tonight, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Yo, dudes. Guys, welcome back. Stage 12, 2026 running year, 113th running of the Tour de France. Guys, today we are in the neutral start right now at Circuit Magny-Cours, heading to Chalon-sur-Saône, something like that. 179 kilometers today, guys. Let's dial in. We still got 2.2 kilometers to go here in the neutralized start. What is my... Okay, so that's looking good there, dudes. Dialing in. I'm a little bit washed out here today. Boom. Let's get it, guys. Let's see what's on tap today here, guys. This is our profile. 179 kilometers. 79.1. We have a sprint point at just over 45 kilometers. So, guys, yesterday was the fastest stage ever at the Tour de France. And I saw a lot of videos yesterday saying, who cares? Dude, I care. I loved how fast yesterday's stage was. Today is going to be very fast as well. I think it's going to unfold differently. Better chance for the breakaway. Better chance for Hardman today. Merlier may be distanced on those last few bumps. Depends how much they beat him up early on. Teams need to wear him down. Huge win yesterday for Søren Verenskold. Watching the replay, I saw it live, guys. Watching him sneak up along the barriers and just pipping out in front of everyone. Jasper Philipsen, shut out again, guys. Absolutely shut out. Dawn's going to be doing more lurking today. Dudes, PCS is running. So, guys, let's look at the sporting stakes again. Sporting stakes, 1.6 Ks to go. 25 at the sprint point today. 1 point each on the 3 category 4s. 70 points for the green jersey at the end. Again, time bonifications. Remember, points pay down to 15th place. Dudes, I saw some really cool stuff on Tour Tracker here too. Dudes, it's like it's changed again. And check this out here. 3D routes. Dude, I love this. There you go, guys. That's the route. Dude, Tour Tracker, charge me. What is Tour Tracker worth me? Dude, I don't want to pay a lot of money, but I'd pay 30 bucks a year, 40 bucks a year. Send me a bill. Send me a bill to Inside Cycling World. We're going to be in the deficit here soon, guys. We will be in the deficit soon. Dude, I love this. So there, that's your pretty little view. Sprint point coming up in the distance. You'll see all the towns are going through. Dude, I jump back. You can look at the old routes too. Guys, remember, Tour Tracker on PC is free to use. If you use the app on your phone, because they think everyone's hooked on their phones, some of us still use PCs, you got to pay. I think they have a good discount right now. I think they have a 50% discount during the Tour de France. I believe that's right. Jeff saying sprint favorites are famous for disappointing. Rail, yeah, exactly, dude. 0.7 kilometers go. Dudes, if we get flooded with a bunch of people we don't know, dudes, I'm just going to give them a quick reading, but I'm not going to explain myself every time as to what I'm doing. I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to do my thing, because otherwise it interferes with what I'm trying to really do. They're still on the race course. Actually, they're just off the race course now. Kind of looks like they're on an old version of the racetrack here. Yeah, they're off the main Circuit Magny-Cours. I think this used to be a Formula 1 track back in the day. 500 meters to go, guys. I think you can speed this up a little bit. Yeah, we can speed this up a little bit so you can see the whole route. This is really cool in the mountains. And dudes, you can also control it at this point too. So dudes, you can see how the Tour de France route just goes everywhere. Picking up little side roads. I think the organization of it is pretty incredible. How they pick all the roads. What roads can we use? How do we join onto that one? Not saying all the finishes are perfect. There we finish in Chalon-sur-Saône. We'll go back to live here. Dudes, it's going to go off 300 meters to go. I think we're just leaving Circuit Magny-Cours now. And riders putting their feet down on this last corner, hard right. I was going to say there's going to be some compression there, and they did put their feet down. It's actually where you would enter the Circuit Magny-Cours. So there's a bunch of riders that's kind of trying to jump back on right now. And the flag is going to drop right away. Good morning. Good morning, Craig. Yeah, Cavendish also went through a slump. Dudes, I looked at it here. They had a list of the oldest ever winners at the Tour de France. Cav was one of them. Cav was one. Attacks immediately. Boom. Flag drops. Attacks immediately. Two riders. Two doors going up the road. Latest. Dang, there goes that red jersey. There goes that red jersey, guys. Let's go back here. I want to show you guys this. Where is it? 32 degrees. Again, it's hot. Normal. Normal. Dude, where is it? Going back. Where? Come on. I've lost it. Dude, it was here. It's like that stat disappeared. It's okay. We'll move on from that. Today's favorite, Tim Earlier. That's what it's saying here over on PCS. Jasper second, Olav Koy third. Dude, I would say there's less of a chance from Earlier today. That's what I would say. I would say less of a chance of Earlier today and more of... well, dude, it just depends. These last two bumps here. If I was a long-range sprinter like a Mads Pedersen, maybe even like Soren Berenskold, I wouldn't put him on Merlier Milan levels. He's close. He's more of a long-range attack. I'm going to jump now and leave you guys. This kilometer 140. You know, there's going to be huge attacks through here, trying to break up the sprint trains. So, dudes, we're going to have a sprint point early. This is going to be very, very fast. Again, very fast out here. Moving along now. Moving along. Chat. 37 days before Vuelta. Who's this dude? Forever 1PK. Hi, what do you think today? Who's going to win the stage? Dude, looking at the profile, hard to say. It's 90 degrees Fahrenheit out there. It's going to be another tough one, but a lot lumpier than yesterday. Yesterday was pure sprint beast stage, which Tim Earlier missed out on. I think he finished 11th place yesterday. Just backing up here. Okay, we're talking about dudes. Okay. So yeah, Orsloy, why do you keep saying dudes? Dudes, answering this. It's just a common saying. I call my mom dude by accident. I call a lot of women dude by accident. Dude. Yeah, I just say dude a lot. I call my daughters dude by accident. I do try to tone it down. I've called real estate client dude by accident. They just laugh. I'm like, sorry, dude. As soon as I say, I go, sorry, dude. Guys, when I do this like 3-4 hours, Ineos on the attack here. Kind of a big group of riders, 50, 60 strong. There's some gaps forming already. Guys, did you see Pidcock complaining about the white stuff they put on the roads? Apparently they put a white powder down to stop the roads from melting, but it makes them greasier. And apparently that's what he crashed on 2 stages ago. Yes, or Orsloy. I'm just going to say that, or Orsol. Yeah, I just say dude. I call everyone a dude. Not a native speaker and a woman. Yes, someone's actually said, hey, can you stop calling me dude? I'm a woman. I'm like, yeah, sorry, dude. Can't do it. Everyone's a dude here. It's equal. Equal across the board. I don't believe in... I can make up any story you want here. Yeah, just something I say. Dude is a general term for a friend. Yeah, exactly. I think I use dude a lot to... If I meet someone new and it's in a casual situation, I'll say, dude, like, hey, man, I want to be your friend. It's kind of an endearing term. The British have better ones than that, so we could use those ones too. Yeah, it is gender neutral. Guys, still waiting for the break here to launch here. It's going to be frenetic for a while. Little groups trying to go. It's just meandering around. No yellow jersey near the front. An attack going up the left-hand side. Ineos and Uno X. Uno X is going to have some confidence today, guys. They've done it. They've basically achieved their Tour de France now. Basically achieved it. And I love seeing the long range sprinter take out the top guns. Uh, yeah, I could use Dude and Dudette, but then someone would say, "Yeah, but what'd you call it? You misgendered me. So I just say Dude." Aaron saying this stage has big World War One vibes. Dude, yeah, where are we? Where are we in the world? Here, I'm gonna look at this one. This has big World War One. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Okay, guys, we're traveling generally from westerly to east here, crosswinds. Now, the weather forecast late in the race, someone asked about winds. Weather forecast. Take a look at here. Kilometer 160, it's going to be hot. Rain is forecast. Wind speed 20.6 k an hour, the start of echelons, with wind gusts up to 28. Out of the south-southeast, dude, that'll be crosswind. Crosswind. Now, when we go back to Tour Tracker here, that's what it is right now. So coming through this whole last segment here, there's 10K to go. They said starting around kilometer 160, which would put us back to the category 4 climb, they're going to be getting crosswind. And in fact, when they turn more to the northeast here, east-northeast, it's going to be right across their right shoulder. If those winds pick up, if there's ambitions, we could see some crazy echelons late in the race, which would be freaking fantastic. We haven't seen any yet this race. Again, dudes, I think Aaron asked how many views yesterday. Aaron, I think we were right around 70,000 views. A ton just new dudes finding the channel. Dude, Lucinda Brand just sent you a friend request. What? That can't be real. Dude, it just popped up on screen. Huh? Huh? Dude, I think I friended Lucinda a while back. Dudes, it's got to be Facebook just sending out fake Facebook requests. It has to be. It just said Lucinda Brand, the GOAT right now for me in CS World. We got one rider around the back here. Dude, I don't know, having Michael Storer. Stopped on the side of the road, probably has a rear flat. He's just waiting. Car's pulling up right now. The Mercedes of the two-door team. Getting a whole fresh new bike. Didn't see what happened to him. The sprint trains are not as robust as in prior years. Yeah, guys, looking back, remember HTC High Road, HTC Columbia, Cav train. Dude, love that sprint train. So Michael Storer back in action here. Today might be even faster than yesterday. That would be to it being the final flat stage. Yeah, exactly. Don saying Binny's only chance for green is if he wins today. A couple third place extra finishes to get him some points. Watching the NSN team bus going by on the secondary road. Dudes are going, man, just get me in the bus. Just get me in the bus. Okay, Eddie St. Colin, for your question yesterday, if Unibet is in the Vuelta, they're not in the Vuelta, but invited to the Tour of Langkawi. Okay. Yeah, I did. Let me just do that right now, Eddie, because I know I went and looked at La Vuelta next World Tour races right here. And we can look at the start list here at La Vuelta. So the pro teams, Equipo Current Pharma, Burgos BH, they're always there. They've almost got like a mandatory invite Tudor, Cofidis, Q36.5. No Unibet. Team Radio. Oh, Astana saying it doesn't make much sense for riders to win the breakaway today. Yep, it says it doesn't make much sense. We have a better opportunity tomorrow. However, dudes are trying so hard at the front. That's Astana's point of view. There's lots of teams here like, dude, we got to go now. We got to go. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Okay, yeah. Hiab. No idea. Okay, the white powder was a lime substance that was supposed to keep the tar from melting. Whether it worked, don't know. That might have worked, but Tom Pidcock directly blamed it for the crash. Colin, we call you bro. Bro, I love it, dude. Uh, dude, Drew, I think they did too. I think they did some racetracks. I'm not sure if it was exactly this one, but yeah. Didn't they do a world championships just recently on a racetrack? Right? Didn't that happen? Yeah, wasn't it like just in the last year or so? They go out in Italy. Wasn't it at like Modena or something? Um, guys, trying to remember that. I wish to all of them good luck and safety, no matter who is the winner. This is from, I think his name is Forever. Vinokurov, 2005, 2007, or the 2021 stage with Agro Carapats. As it, which is my favorite? Aaron's commenting that Caja Rural, Lotto, Uno X, Tudor all need to get out there. Dudes, Total Energies, they need to get out there. They've had a very, very quiet race. Pinarello should get involved too. Dudes, do you guys see Chris Harper? There it is right there. His dudes, this is just coincidence. List of dropouts so far. I saw an image yesterday. Chris Harper crashed and it shows his thumb completely destroyed. It actually said he lost part of his thumb. What that means, I don't know. That's why he didn't start yesterday. So they're down a rider, obviously. Hiab saying, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I'm not sure what you mean. I guess the Open Champs in golf is underway with dried out conditions. Yeah, Lucinda Brand, dudes, like that's the second time this happened now. The ladies of the World Tour, I understand. I am just kidding. Yeah, dude, I think I probably just friended a bunch of female cyclists because, dude, I covered a bunch of their races last year. Um, I think when I was watching Lucinda Brand last year, I'm like, oh yeah, she's just like some road cyclist, rides for Lidl Trek. And then when I really started watching CX last winter, I'm like, oh, this is a whole different person. Hard left-hander coming up here. Hopefully they get through safe there. Squeezing through that road, it narrows down from like 4 lanes down to two. Yep. Jumping onto real secondary road. And the acceleration on the front by Uno X right now. NSN getting involved. Looks like Total Energies. It is NSN, Total Energies, and yeah, a bunch of other riders trying to jump up there now. Yeah, just I love to be able to find where. So I'm just getting it as a notification, and then I'm like, where'd it go? What do I do now? Uh, yeah, I know. Busy days, guys. Busy days. Joe Mercado, we are in the air quality alert from 800 Canada fires. Someone from I got a buddy who lives in New Hampshire. He said, "Dude, how close?" This it's funny to me. It is so hilarious to me when dude. A lot of people aren't good with maps, and this is one of them. Um, so he's in New Hampshire. He's somewhere down here, I think, near Concord. And he says to me, because I guess you guys are getting smoked out over there. And he goes, dude, how close are you to Ontario? I'm like, well, kind of like a 2 day drive. Yeah, I'm here. Actually, you can get to Winnipeg, I think, in 13 hours of driving from Calgary. About 13 hours of driving. So, yeah, you could be there in a day, but you're going to be driving day and night. Like, you're going to have the longest day of your life trying to get in there. Oh, good, good. Jacob, thank you, dude. What's going on here? Uh, Perfect, dude. Guys, let me just do this. I have to do this. There was a tenant who was late on his rent. He got it all fixed. Okay, it's sent. Sent. Good, perfect. Dude, I was getting ready to create an eviction letter for him. Not that I wanted to. Dude, sorry. I hate to do this. So, like, as of yesterday, I had to tell the owner, hey, man, you're not getting paid. you are not getting paid. They only get paid if the tenant pays. And then I was like, the 17th is tomorrow. He's on a contract that says all I need to do is give him 2 weeks notice. Like, dude, I was going to call him today and say, hey, Jacob, I hate to do this to you, bro, but if I don't get your rent by tomorrow, you're going on 2 weeks notice. Whatever. Um, like, I have to do that, right? Otherwise, then he's going to be behind by a month. Then on the first, he has to pay 2 months of rent, and then it gets out of control. So this guy had some banking problems, and gut feel said trust him. There, we're done. I'm on. I'm on, guys. Sorry about that. 3 dudes in the break. 4 dudes in the break. We have Tunison, Hessman, Xavier Aspirin, and Thibaut Gernelek. They've let 4 riders go up the road right now, dudes. I'll jump back here since we're just looking at the big map Canada. All these riders just happen to be between 2 hours and 22 minutes and 2 hours and 23 minutes behind. That is hilarious. I just said to Jacob, he goes, hey, dude, thank you. Like, dude, I could have cracked down on him so hard. It's not a good way to deal with people. Rob saying, Colin, it's not two-door, it's Chuda. Chuda. Yeah, so Joe was saying about the air quality. Dudes, all those fires in Canada, I think they're mostly in Ontario right now. So you can't blame Alberta this time. But remember, it is absolute wildfire season here. Absolute wildfire season. There's huge ones breaking out in British Columbia. We'll have a bunch in Alberta. Saskatchewan will have them. And the prevailing winds want to push it all towards my friends in the States down here. All back through here. You guys are going to get blasted. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's just the way it is. Prevailing winds. It's kind of like when we had our acid rain coming from the States and the world was going to end. Okay, baseball second half opens today with game one today of Philadelphia Phillies versus New York. Are we, Aaron? We're halfway. Are we only? Huh? I guess we're halfway. Sprints in 30.5 kilometers, dudes. Hey, dudes, from Willem again. 2020 World Championships in it. Yeah, maybe it was Imola, possibly. Uh, Jeff saying 800 fires. They all just start at the same time. Fats McFly, yo, good morning, dude. Gonna keep rolling. Dudes, I gotta catch up. Colin, I was asking for a short story to tell. I was either thinking aggressive Vino in 2005, crashing 2005, dude. Aggressive Vino. That's what we want to hear. Ladies love. Yeah, dude, this it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like I'm looking here. It just flashes up. I'm like, huh? And it says Facebook notification. Lucinda Brand has sent you a friend request. That's the same as what Lorena thing did a few days ago. And I'm like, okay, where to go now? Yeah, Lucinda is a beast in CX. Love it. Dude, me too. Lucinda Brand, guys, on the road, World Tour rider. Incredible. But when I watched her at Tour de France Femmes last year, I'm like, okay, well, she's not going to win, you know? She's not really up there. And then CX season came, I'm like, oh, this is a totally different person on a CX bike. It's kind of like Mathieu van der Poel. Um, who is the next L rider to friend Colin? Yeah, ladies only. Ladies only, please. I've got enough guy friends. Lottie Kopecky. But I think isn't Lottie dating? Yeah, I think actually Lottie's getting married. I think to is it Axel Merckx? Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. They tried to make some big stink of some age discrepancy between the two of them. Dudes, break has been brought back. They brought the break back now. It is brought. Dudes, I'll throw you on this map here for a bit. You can watch some 3D action here. Yeah, dude, I love this. Good imagery here. I like the fact they can zoom in. It's really good in the mountains because you could see all the little rinky-dink side roads going up. Dudes, look at this. We're down to individual trees. We're down to fence lines. You could see my house from here. Wow. Dude, they're like right on them here. I love how that little yellow line gets thicker as they've covered the progress. We're driving on the D978A road. Very common knowledge. Alexander, cheers for Benny. Dudes, Benny needs to get in the sprints today. He needs to start working hard here. In the virtual points, Mads at 317, Benny at 272. That tells me that I think Benny had a better day yesterday than Mads did. Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, Benny had a better day yesterday. Guys, I need to go back and look at this. Stage 11. Yeah. So Germay yesterday, he would have got really good points. So he finished 6th place, but yeah, way ahead of Pedersen. Actually, Pedersen did get 8 points there, I think. Sorry, that's UCI points. No, PCS points, I think. Pedersen would have got a handful of points, and Germay would have got a lot. Okay, Sudal quick stop. Keep the concentration. It's a hell of a start. Everybody full focus. Sudal quick step here. About 8 riders trying to get away. They've got like a couple meter gap. They're trying to bridge up to the 3 that are in front right now. 160 kilometers to go. Back to the stage here itself. We've got Vlad Van Michelin, Baptiste Weistroffer again, Brent Van Moor, and Marco Haller for Chuda. There's a 5th rider there. There is a Bahrain Victorious rider there. Okay, that's Vlad Van Michelin. Slock. Liam Slock is the other Intermarché rider who's now made it up there. I can see riders coming up now. EF is trying to get in here. Dudes, just keep pounding it. Pound on the front. Okay, Drew's saying that found this. The Magny-Cours circuit has hosted Paris-Nice twice in 2014 for a sprint finish for John Degenkolb. I think I kind of remember that. And for the start of the 3rd stage of the 2025 edition at Team Time Trial. Team Time Trial dominated by the Visma Lisa bike team. Dave saying calling the smoke was so bad last night in Toronto. A 10-minute coast wiped me out. The air tasted like burnt plastic. Dudes, like, smoke from fires is nasty. It's the particulate size. It gets in your lungs and it never comes out. Like, it never comes out. So avoid that smoke. Ride inside. Dude, ride on Bike Terra. Ride on Bike Terra. Actually, I'm actually getting to see Ruby ads here on the Flow Bikes thing. Ruby pushing really hard. Ruby has been acquired by Zwift, but it's going to run as a standalone company. Railsing, I was ready to create an eviction letter. Not like I want it, but deep down below, I really want it. Mr. DiBiase, good morning, everyone. How much is the rent? I think it was $1,750. And when I first contacted him, I think I contacted him on the 7th. Like, I'd given this guy a lot of time. Here we are on the 16th. He's like, dude, there was some duplicate charge on his bank, which made his other charges all go NSF. So the guy's been destroyed by NSF charges, probably. You know, it's not going to be just one. There's going to be other things. Maybe his car payment, maybe something else. His car insurance bounces. He's a farmer. Dude, he's from South Africa. So I had a fun little chat with him. And I just got the vibes. This guy's telling the truth. This guy's telling the truth. So he goes, it's going to take a while for the bank to fix it. He just sent me screenshots of the money he's paid to Royal LePage. That's the company I work for. So I'm a manager for them doing all this stuff. So I don't have to be the bad guy. And I don't care if I am the bad guy. Don't care. That's my job. I'm black and white. DeWeet's back. DeWeet is back. I think DeWeet want to be one of the first guys from Eritrea. On the front now, guy, we've got Asgren, Nicholas Prudhomme, Valentin Perry-Pront, and Mauro Schmidt. Schmidt on the front right now. Purple jersey, Jaco Alula, time trial specialist. Peloton reacting again. Sprint point 24 kilometers away. Let's get the break going, boys. Let's get the break going here. Dudes, almost got 200 people in now. So, dudes, again today, when we get swarmed with a bunch of new people jumping in here, talking about other people's streams, begging for the video, I'm going to say it once or twice, and then I'm just going to roll on. And then you guys can thrash them. How about that? Just thrash them. Uh, it is halfway. The All Star game was played already. I haven't even seen that stuff. I didn't even see the home run derby. Uh, how can I watch it now? I'll figure that out. Dude, Jeff's saying it would be tough to be homeless in Canada, even here in Ohio. We have people who live on the street year round. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think a lot of the homeless in Canada are right in here. You can live here year round. Victoria. I mean, we're below parts of the states, right? Victoria, one of the most beautiful parts of the world, guys. Massive, massive, massive. Here you can look at the Fairmont Express hotel here. Let's see it. Anytime. Dude, that's the Fairmont. So that is in the harbor in Victoria. There's all sorts of ferries here. Guys, there's ferries here that are ripping day and night, well, daily over to Seattle. The cruise lines stop in here. Just going to do this here quickly, guys. You can see it here. Right here. Victoria to Seattle, Washington. Victoria to Port Angeles, Washington. I've stayed in this hotel right. Was it this one? Might have been this one, but I think it was this one. Might have been this one. Stayed there a couple years ago. Victoria down here is absolutely fantastic for walking around, looking at things. There's a pier here. You can do this big long walk. I think a lot of the cruise ships stop out here somewhere. These are all like high-speed ferries taking off out of here. And they go visit our friends over here in Port Angeles. And there's one that goes right into, there's a high-speed one, but still it takes like 2.5 hours to get to Seattle. You go all the way into Seattle. Wow, craziness. Okay, yep, dudes, you know I gotta do this. I have to refresh every time. If you jump away, it won't track it right. 4 riders in the break. It is still, I think it's been brought back now. I think it's all back together. So that's slightly delayed. It is brought back together. Rail saying, wait, is it really the first time Magny Cours is at the Tour de France? I find it unbelievable, but it seems to be reality. It is reality. Dudes, we're getting some nice weather. I think here it's going to be like 85 Fahrenheit today. So kind of hot, thunder showers late in the day. Red Bull. There's no need to panic. The sprinters team organize everything. That's Red Bull. No need to panic. Dude, the panic, it doesn't matter what you say, the panic's going to be on. Everyone wants chance. Lotto Intermarché rider just slipping up the left-hand side here. Tudor rider chasing after. We're going to go Tudor from now on. Not Tudor. Tudor. Say it like that. Okay, gonna keep rolling on, guys. Oh, okay, sorry. Willem's saying that the sound is very soft. If you guys getting low sound for me, dude, it might be me talking. You know what, Willem? You might be right. No, it looks good. A finger snap will max out my mic here. Maybe I need to tuck it closer like that. I don't know. Dude's in the yellow today. Feeling it. Yellow / white along the top now is getting blurred out. Yep, definitely looks 77 today. 77. I think this morning I said I look 67. Actually 77. Act like I'm 27. We'll just leave that. So I'm good all around, guys. Good all around. People are like, are you really 77? Yeah, dude, I'm like probably the best looking 77-year-old you've ever seen in your life. Just think about that. I'm 77, guys. Someone's watching this going, what? Lotto attacking again, guys. Lotto attacking again. It was Weisstroffer trying to go again. Weisstroffer goes again by himself. So he's sitting there by himself. I'm waiting for another attack coming here right away. Block across the road now. There, it's showing on PCS now. He's making multiple attacks. They're like, okay, dude, your turn. They block the road now. They do this on purpose. They're trying to slow things down. Dude, Eddie, I don't know. Eddie's asking Colin update on Lorena Viva's friend requests. Are the accounts real? Dude, I don't know. Ever since that happened, I haven't really looked into it. But yeah, like now I get one for Lucinda Brand. Is that real? I don't know, dude. I think it's funny. Like I don't know if she's friend requesting Inside Cycling World or she friend requesting Colin Emerson. I don't know who she's. I have two accounts, and then again, I also think too. Sometimes I get notifications because Facebook and Instagram are interrelated. Is there been a request there? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Um, okay, Rail's talking about a certain 2003. A certain Kazakh shows up out of nowhere. Vino's third place in the tour in 2003 was the first time he sustained 3 weeks in top form. Craig's talking about road trips. Dude, I love road trips. Craig, are you talking about actually a real road trip? Getting the snacks, getting the drinks in a cooler in the back seat, getting the tunes, the playlist ready. Dudes, I got to make some playlists up. I got to start working on the 80s playlist today. Dude here likes Binyam. If you like Binyam Girmay, right? 111. Dude, I think most of us like Binyam. Dudes, so what happened yesterday too? After the stage, Jasper was relegated. And as soon as I read that, I'm like, what did he do wrong? There was a little bit where he kind of did a slight lean, but I'm like, that's not bad. Then they reinstated him. So did anyone see anything that caught your eye that was like, oh man, there's Jasper at it again? Actually, you know what? Soren, who won yesterday, has been complaining a lot about Binyam, believe it or not. Soren has been saying over the last couple days, he's always pushing me, he's always leaning into me, always. So I think there's a little bit of a thing between Soren and Binyam. Real saying that Vino had a terrible 2004 season where he missed the tour because of a bad crash in Tour de Suisse. There is no lead out from Innocent Bini. I think all they have is Jake Stewart. Jake Stewart's kind of their guy. This dude here. I think he's the last guy that's always trying to lead out Binyam. He's from Coventry. He's 26 years old and won a stage at the Dauphiné last year. Wow. Probably a sprint stage there. Lewis Askey, George Bennett, Marco Frigo, Matisse Lovell, Chris Nealons, and Tom Van Asbrook. So not really a huge sprint train there. We'll be getting another coffee here right away, guys. Uh, so what happened? First days of the 2005 tour went alongside the Loire River, and they were completely flat and nothing happened. The first lumpy stage was to Nancy. Vino was for sure out of nowhere. Okay. This dude saying this stage really Binion will be the winner because he is in good condition. Dude, I think it's going to be a longer range sprinter. Or I think a break has a chance today. Putting all my money on Fernando Gaviria just because I would love to see that guy win again. One last shot of glory. Degenkolb, getting a rear. He's got a mechanical. He's messing with his front derailleur here. Full bike change. Jumps on the bike. Guys, remember Degenkolb's first Tour de France apparently was. When was it? Okay, he started racing in 2006. But his first Tour de France was probably back in 2010, 11? 2011. I think. Mr. DiBiase. I've been seriously thinking about getting a setup for just the days when I don't want to go outside. I went crazy on my road bike, but don't want to go crazy for one. Dude, yeah, exactly. Dudes, I'm getting things set up again right here, right now. Uh, if it's raining, if it's smoky, if it's too windy, or if you're caught on time. You know those days, okay, I know there's some ladies here, some dudettes, when your partner says, "Hey, don't forget, we got to go see Bill and Susie. We're gonna have a little visit and one of those." I don't know why I'm talking with a fake woman's voice, but you get my drift, right? And you're like, "Yeah, but I got to." Yeah, but, okay, hit the trainer, smash out 25 minutes on some random course. Dude, you can really compress your training inside. Outside, you're kind of more looking at stuff, try not to get ran over. Craig saying, I'm looking to do a setup for indoor cycling this year. Would you go with Zwift or Ruby? Dude, Zwift is really good social, really well organized. Uh, but the roads, okay, so Ruby is film video. You just ride the video. Videos are really good. They have videos of most of the major climbs in the world. You want to ride the Tourmalet? You can go ride the Tourmalet tomorrow. I have a video of me riding the Tourmalet inside on this channel. You'll see me on camera riding that video, and I think I did an audio commentary overlay on it, like my thoughts about it afterwards. You want to ride the Champs-Élysées? You can. You want to ride Paris-Roubaix? You can. You want to ride the Mortarolo? You can. On Ruby. It's all been filmed. They use augmented reality. They overlay the video with avatars. That's probably its weak point to me because I don't think it looks very good. But that you can turn the avatars off. Zwift, they're worlds that you have full control of the roads you can ride on. So like Watopia is actually an island in the Pacific. They've just made the world there. If you look at your Strava afterwards, you'll see it's an island in the Pacific. You actually go underwater, but you're not. You could do U-turns. You can do the same lap 50 times. You can do the same climb, turn around the top, come right back down, go up it again, go up it. Whereas Ruby is more of like a, think gaming guys, a rail shooter. You're not turning around. You're going all the way. Having said that, the Zwift world is pretty compressed. Like the entire Zwift world, if you take all of the roads, might be 300 kilometers. I think that's about where they're at right now, where there's like probably tens of thousands of kilometers of video footage on Ruby. Don't forget about Bike Terra. Bike Terra is like a kind of in between both. It's the best bang for your buck. Bike Terra, free to try. You can ride any race event you can ride for free on Bike Terra. They generally have, I think it's 6 rotating routes that you can ride. Dudes, get the indoor going, man. Don't lose your condition through the winter. Uh, Rail's talking about the 2005 one. There was a small but little nasty hill not too far before the finish in Nancy. The entire day was windy and rainy, and the peloton was fatigued. Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I need. Fatigued pelotons. Um, okay, this dude's saying that the stage will be forbidding again. Dude, that remains to be seen. Guys, will Biniam ever get back to the top at the Tour de France? I think it's kind of getting a bit late for him now. It's not the same dude as he was in 2024. Around 3 to 2 kilometers to go, Vinokurov slipped away and nobody noticed but a random Italian, Lorenzo Bernucci. Both stayed away until the end. Bernucci outsprinted Vino, and Vino gained 7 seconds on the peloton. Dave. There was a dude who lived in some parkland in a teepee for more than 10 years. Advocates got him an apartment. 6 months later, he was dead. Yeah. Dudes, the homeless problem in Victoria, it's so intense. I guess they gave them, the government or someone donated an older hotel to some homeless charity. I'm just paraphrasing everything. So the homeless moved in. It was all like controlled and stuff like that, right? And within a year, the whole place was just destroyed. Destroyed. They were like, well, that didn't work. Aaron loved visiting the national park near Port Angeles, Washington. Yeah, guys, it's really cool from Victoria. You can look across the way, and on a clear day, you can see the mountains, the volcanoes. Dudes, 52.4K an hour right now. It's on. 11 kilometers to go to the sprint point here. Let's do this one here. We can go to routes just so I can actually kind of like this because it takes some of the glare off my eyes with the black screen. Gonna keep rolling on, guys. Rolling on. Colin, well preserves like the fossil he loves. Yes, dude. Craig, Mads has a lifetime contract with Legal Trek. He gets to do whatever he wants, really. I think we're going to see more and more of that, guys. Lifetime contracts. On that day, only Bradley McGee went with Vino, but on the line, Vino was faster. Okay, hang on. Lotto, really good Baptiste. Don't do it clever now. Eat and drink first for the power. For refill the battery after this hard start. So even the DSs are talking about how hard the start was. Baptiste, he's working hard. His whole cheeks are flushed red here. Dude, I really like the look of these Orbeas. Very arrow. Yeah, I like it. Um, got the air trains here cheering on Benny. Gonna move on. Okay, we're talking about Vino, his attacking style, the mythical aura. Dude, I loved Vinokurov. Not Vinokurov. Vinokurov. Just sounds good. Mr. DiBiase, I love road trips. I'll pay for all the gas, snacks, and lodging, but I absolutely hate driving. I'm a professional passenger when possible. Dude, you're in charge of the playlist. In charge of the playlist, changing it up. Um, do it Colin style. When I'm with friends, they probably just hate me. It's like, dude, check out this song. I play 28 seconds of it. On to the next song. Oh, yeah, remember this one? Next song. I can do that for hours on end. Generally, when I'm watching YouTube. Samson, Abraham here. How is the race now? Dude, Samson, we've got one rider up front. Baptiste Weisstroffer for Lotto Intermarché has a almost a 2 minute gap here on the peloton. So Baptiste is flying. Baptiste is going to race through there and get those 25 points first, meaning the sprinters will be racing for 20, 16, 14, 12 points, all the way down to 1 point for 15th place. It is a good battle right now, I would say, between Binyam. He had a good finish yesterday, finished a lot better than Pedersen did. Binyam's going to have to really start attacking the intermediates like Mads has been doing the whole way. Even with that 150 gap, the peloton is all strung out, completely strung out. 9Ks to go to the sprint point. Yeah, the barrage is set in. Drew's saying someday I'll do a deep dive and create a list of the various tours, Romandy, Suisse, and France stages. Dude, Drew, do it. Man, I forgot the pictures again. Okay, I still haven't shown the pictures Dawn sent us. Uh, so I got to do that. Okay, dudes, I gotta scroll to catch up a bit here. Oh, Michael Rasmussen, the chicken. The chicken had a horrendous TT that year. He crashed a bunch of times and lost 7 minutes. Yeah, Rabobank Rasmussen was a terrible individual time trial. Dude, how much did that guy weigh? How much did Rasmussen? Dude, he looked like he weighed like 40 kilograms, like 88 pounds. I can see Dalimar sent me a voice message. Thank you, Dalimar. So Dalimar's probably not watching in the chat right now. The loner Weisstroffer again on a lovely ride, a lonely ride ahead of the peloton. I hope he will earn the most combative prize in Paris. That's coming from Rail. Uh, Dude, do it, Craig. It's so worth it, dudes. Okay, we're doing a Bike Terra promo here. So Craig, do this one. Just type in Bike Terra like I'm doing. Ride virtually anywhere, Bike Terra. Dudes, I didn't install anything. Notice that? Notice that it's just a tab on the top of my browser. That's all it is. This is my dashboard. I haven't ridden on Bike Terra. I haven't ridden for 7 days straight right now. We can go to routes. Here's routes. So now I have a premium account. Thank you, Anslo and Matt. I got this last year when I started doing all the videos for them. Convict Lake, California. Skaha Lake, British Columbia. Wow, I'm going to be there soon. So I get to see everything. But yeah, you just load up a route and you just go. Let's take a look at the events. Now, let's see if there's anyone actually in here. This says it's ongoing. Oh, it's a time trial. So this is a weekly event where they do individual time trials. You just pop in and do your time trial and you get ranked anytime you want in that time frame. Dude, it's that simple for Bike Terra. And I think it still costs $5.99 a month. And if you look at the routes, we're seeing what? About 10 routes per page. They have 147 pages. So let's just jump back a bit. Golden Gate Park loop. There's an Area 51 loop. Look at this. Tour de France this year, 2021, March circuit. Yeah, dude, come on, man. Like, dude, just install it. There's no big install. Just open it up. It'll run on your browser. Love it. Situation, guys. 1 minute 52. Baptiste to the peloton. Yeah, Craig, I went through it. First year, got back into cycling in 2017. It's November. I'm like, what do I do now? Actually, it was October. I jumped on Zwift. Bike Terra didn't even exist at that point. Then I jumped on Ruby. Then I'd use my Whoosh. I use Training Peaks Virtual, Bike Terra. Right now, I'm trying to be outside more and a lot of other stuff going on. I just haven't been on in a week. Yeah, dude. So don't forget too, all these applications, these programs, these browsers that you see on Bike Terra, if you have a smart trainer over here, okay, can I do this for you guys? Tax Neo 2T. Let's just look it up. That's what my trainer looks like, guys. They're pricey, these ones. So a Tax Neo 2T, kind of like, dude, I'm gonna say that's the highest level. Garmin Tax Neo 2T. It talks to the software. When the software's saying, hey, you're on a 4% gradient, you're getting a 4% gradient on your trainer. So it feels just like the mountains. And some of these smart trainers too will have a motor in them, a small motor, that when you're descending, it gives you a speed boost on the descents. Tax Neo 2T does that. On Zwift, there's a rumble effect when you're on gravel or roads, bumps. Sorry guys. Some info for the intermediate sprint. First speed bump with a kilometer to go. Second speed bump. So dudes, apparently there's 2 speed bumps right up to the finish. So there's a speed bump at a kilometer. Don't do an endo. There's a speed bump at 500 meters. Another endo possibility. And then it ramps up a tiny bit. We got an Alpecin Premier Tech rider. It's Emil Verstringer, the other awesome CX rider that I watch year round now. Work beast on the road. He's always top 10 at CX events. Always. Yeah, so Eddie, it feels like the same thing, minus the wind, which is good and bad, right? Because you don't get a tailwind ever. Training inside, there's no coasting. It's like I'm just training. As soon as you stop pedaling, you just come to a stop. That's what I experience. An hour inside is like 2 hours outside. Morning all from JLS L970. Rails talking about the 2007 Albi ITT was one of the stages where Vino was on fresh new blood. He completely smashed it while not being renowned as a particular great T-tier. Where did that come from? Jeff's talking about Taddy does a race with amateurs back in his home country. He gives them all a head start. Yeah, I think one of the GCN guys, Andrew Feather, who comes into GCN and does climbs for them, I think he was the only guy that survived being caught by Poggy. Is that right? Yeah, that was in the last few months. Okay, Movistar rider having problems here. Jefferson Serpeta. I think he's just back moving now. Yeah, he's just back moving now. Dudes, let's see where we're at right now. The gap between Weisdorf and the peloton is 1,400 meters. Sprint is coming up very, very quick, you guys, in the next 5 kilometers. 3.5 kilometers to go to the sprint. Baptiste needs an honorable tricolor helmet. Look at this dude. Who's this dude? Oh, it's Isle Paint again. The Tade France is a grueling race. The Tade France. Orbea. Yeah, loving the looks of these bikes. Dudes, Alpecin sitting on the front. That has to be Lidl Trek. Yep. Yellow helmets. Best placed team overall at the Tour de France. So Alpecin doing work up front for Jasper. NSN sitting on, just kind of lurking in the background here behind the Lidl boys. So Bingham has to be super involved in this. Mads has to be super involved. Take a look at it. Is anyone else close? Jasper's there. He's there. Merlier's there. Cantor, not bad. Coy's just slipping out of chances of winning it. Jasper Silsing riding 5th right now. Mads Pedersen sitting in about 10th or 11th position. Jumping back here. We're going to get through the sprint. Oh, wait a second. Going to get through the sprint, and I'm getting my 3rd cup of coffee of the day. And dudes, so we're doing this today. After this, racing out the door, going to a place. Got to get a new fridge for my client at the acreage. They'll bring it, they'll install it, they'll take the old one away and dispose of it. What else am I doing today? Oh, then I got to arrange the toilets to be fixed. There's 2 toilets broken at the same acreage. I think it's set empty for a while, and now it's kind of, we got to fix some stuff. PCS saying Rasmussen was 58 kilograms, but I think it was closer to 55. Rivaling tiny Pozzovivo, Domenico Pozzovivo. Yeah, still 135 kilometers to go here, guys. 1.7 to the sprint. Alpecin pushing hard for Jasper here. Dudes, I'm going to start catching up here. I think we're caught up. RSR guy, good morning, Colin. Dude, good morning. Jeff's asking, has anyone ridden a bamboo frame bike? I haven't, but I've seen them. I have seen them. Okay, dudes, going to watch this here. 1.4 Ks to go. So we know Baptiste is going to steal the 25 points. 25 points and whatever's famous in this part of the world. Dude, looking at a little port here, it looks like all the boats docked. Like, how close are we to like a big body of water here? That's my next question. Dudes, I'm going to watch the sprint this way, I think, over here. Sprint point coming up. You can see Weisstraw for right now. We'll sneak into it quickly. Couple of sharp corners for the peloton coming up, guys. They're going to cross the river here. They'll now be on that bridge crossing the river. Less than 900 meters for Weisstraw here on the front. Riding full arrow. Dudes, is he riding 2 arrow there? He's got his arms fully on the handlebars. Is that allowed? Isn't that how Hoobs got busted? Remember Hoobarts? Hoobarts. Yeah, Hoobarts. Oh, it's La Loire. Big river in France. Here's the bridge crossing now for the peloton. Dudes, so close. Flow Bikes is probably about 10 seconds behind that peloton you're seeing on screen right now. They cross the bridge, hard left-hander. Seeing castle towers in the background, probably the gates to the city in the past. Through Decize here. It looks like they're going to cross over secondary little river right away. They're going to take another left-hander. Baptiste will be going through the sprint point right away. And here will be the second crossing. We're just looking at the church for some reason. Let's see the race, guys. Race director. Let's see the race. So here's Baptiste coming to the sprint point now. On Flow Bikes. Easily gets the points. Yeah, dude, like, just the way he was riding, it looked like he had his full arms resting on it. Like, I don't think they like the forearms resting. Is that what the rule is? Because he was fully resting, and I'm okay with it. Jessing, I think it is a great ride until the rainstorms. There's that, it's like a dried out crossing there. There's a bridge over kind of like a marshy area, probably like a seasonal creek that goes through. Sprint trains coming now, guys. Let's see what we got good here. There's Lidl Trek, Alpecin, Premier Tech coming up the right-hand side. Sprints on now. Astana boys are there. Pedersen sitting on third wheel right behind Quinn Simmons. Is Vashik up front leading them out. Jasper sitting on Philipsen's wheel. A little bit of RG Bargy with Binyam Girmay. Vashik gets out of the saddle, now initiating his sprint. Quinn out of the saddle sprinting. Pedersen sitting third. Binyam fourth. Jasper Philipsen fifth. Vashik really engages the sprint now. He's done. Quinn takes over. Quinn sprinting full out. Pedersen still in a seated position. Girmay in third position now. Philipsen fourth on road. Cantor fifth. Looks like Merlier's in sixth. Merlier goes up the outside on the right. Pedersen launches. Girmay on his wheel. Merlier's going to get squeezed off the mirrors. Merlier did not get involved in that. Pedersen leading it all the way. Long range. Here we go. Ooh. Pedersen, Philipsen, Merlier. Dudes, Merlier was trying to sneak up behind everyone on the right side. The barrier has just moved out a little bit. He had to totally back it off. Dudes, that would have been Merlier's sprint, I think. Fist pump here, Pedersen, Philipsen. So that'll give Mads Pedersen another 20 points. So his lead just grew a little bit. Gaviria up there as well. Great to see Gaviria in the mix. Dudes, watching again. Quinn's done. Pedersen goes. Germay goes. Philipsen attacks hard on the right-hand side. Merlier has no choice but to stop behind Philipsen, stop pedaling. Cantor goes around the left side. Overhead view again. Cantor might squeeze in there. Oh, just missed it. Pedersen, Philipsen, Merlier, Cantor, Germay fifth. Points are opening up now. Points are opening up, dudes. Let's just see it. We're waiting for the results to come through. We can probably have a look at it over here at the sprint point. There we go. Weisstroffer went through first. Pedersen, Philipsen, Merlier, Cantor, Germay, like I said. Davide Ballerini, he is fast. Slock, Dylan Ben Barl, Berkmos, there's Gaviria, gets 5 points. Simmons gets 4 after he shut her down. Nealons, Ramses De Bruyne, and Van Asbrook for NSN. Lead out guy for Bingham still involved in the mix. Actually, yeah, 2 NSN guys plus Germay up there. So there was 3 of them in there in that top 15 going through. Boom. What happens now, guys? Attacks coming from Total Energies down the right-hand side of the road. 2 of them going, and a Groupama rider. Dudes, this is how it works. This is how it works. Okay, gotta keep reading here, guys. Gotta get caught up. Okay. Head to head, Mads Pedersen, they're sprinting at 63.6k an hour. Jasper at 63.3. Now, apparently it was slightly uphill, believe it or not, there, guys. It looks flat, but it was uphill slightly. Now, at this point here, we got 4 riders in a bit of a mini break, 5 riders in a bit of a mini break. A quick 50, 60, 70 meters opening up. Peloton, strung out dudes. Average speed right now, 50.9k an hour. Dudes, we did it once. Let's have the second fastest stage ever. Having a look at Valentin Perry-Poncher. Probably wears about a size 26 waist jeans. Dude, there's nothing to that guy. There's nothing to him. Haven't seen Taddy on camera today. Haven't seen Jonas. Any of the big guys. It's all the warriors at the front, guys. Yeah, more breaks going now. Phase 1 still to go. Absolutely. Dalimar's here. Dalimar, good morning, Dalimar. I saw your messages. I'm going to listen to them afterwards. Good morning, everyone. Alma from Texas. Bang time, guys. We just had some nice bang action there, if you get my drift. Okay, kind of dialed it back at the front. Peloton's brought all the dudes back, except Weisstroffer, who is 1 minute up the road doing his thing. We have 3 Category 4 climbs today, 1 point available on each. Not going to really affect anything. We might just have a little chill out section here on the front. Musette times. Guys are grabbing bags. It's a feed section, guys. Rail saying officially that Bernal Tour win 2019, I believe, was illegal because in the UCI law, the stage should have been annulled. If it was someone else, but Thomas behind Bernal, maybe there would have been, oh, dude, so the stage should have been shut down altogether and not him taking the lead, I think is what you're saying. Aaron saying, I'm a little sad we do not have crossruns, but guys like Valentin Perry-Poncher on the limit. Dude, we might see it later. Let's just have a look at weather during the race. Dude, it's 32 degrees Celsius. Dead calm winds right now, but the forecast at the end is calling for rain and winds at kilometer 160, 20 kilometers to the finish. So it could be pure chaos at the end. Let's hope. No crashes, though. Just chaos, guys sliding out. Dave saying his are 38 inches. I'm no Valentin Perry-Poncher. Weisstroffer soloing for how long? Anyone chasing from 2 minutes back? Dude, I think they're going to let him hang out there. Dude, yeah, dude, they're flying right now. 54k an hour. Totally strung out. Every team here that hasn't won needs to win something. Like, why are we going to the tournament? Why did we spend 20 million bucks? What are we doing for our sponsors? Gotta earn your pay, boys. Gotta earn your pay. Flocky. Uh yeah, dude. What's he saying? 25,000 euros for overall winner of the green and polka dot jersey. Yeah, dude, it's kind of terrible prize money, really. Like it's terrible. Total Energy Riders going. They've let him jump out the front here. Dude, flags on the side of the road, they're flipping around. The flags on the road are flipping around. Now seeing, it looks like a Bahrain rider coming. Groupama rider jumps out. I'd love to hear the communications. Wow, beautiful chateau here. Just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Possibly abandoned. Hopefully they're working on that thing. Just, yeah, it looks boarded up. Wow, can I buy it? Solar panels in the field here, guys. Yeah, Valentine Perry-Pont on the cobbles. Yeah, probably not a cobble rider. Weather is not good at the end today, guys. So if I was at this stage and I had any ability to ride and escape these guys, I would want to be in a break in that final 20, 30 Ks, maybe 40, because the Peloton's going to have a harder time navigating uh, road surfaces, changes in direction than, say, 3 or 4 riders would. Yeah, it's down to 44 seconds. It is Caruso that jumped up there. That would have been my first guess. Matteo Vircher for Total Energies. There's 3 riders up there now. Peloton sitting at 49 seconds. Bike change here for Pinarello rider. Xavier Michael Asburn. We saw him in the attack earlier. So remember, the Pinarello boys are all in their gray shorts and kind of whitey gray jersey top, as we like to say. Um, yeah, green and polka dot should be worth like 250,000. You'd think, right? Just the prize money really is terrible. It's terrible. 300 bucks per day in the jersey. Wow. Aaron saying the home run derby winner Jordan Walker won 1 million US for that one night. And it's above his base salary of 845. Insane. Dude, what do you think the average salary is at World Tour level? Average. When you take like, cost you Vircher, Baptiste. What do you think Baptiste Weistroffer gets paid? Do you think Baptiste Weistroffer's making $1 million a year? Nope. Not even close. I bet you it's not even close to that. Tour champs don't make much money from prize money. It's all about sponsorships. Lance is he still getting paid by Nike? Dudes, block formation in the Peloton right now. Team radio from EF Education. I want to hear it. Let's kill them today. Let's go. It's going to be now chill out. And the weather is changing there. You can see those clouds in front of you. And the wind is picking up there. So you're going to find it from your right side. Dude, I already said it. Post sprint, dead straight line. And there's much more wind there than there is now. So heads up. Dude, the warnings are coming. Dudes, the front of the Peloton right now, it's NSN. Looks like, and Total Energy is blocking the road. And they do this on purpose. They've got guys at the road. They're trying to let those guys get away. So primarily, it looks like it's Total Energy's doing it. They try to slow up everyone. There'll be a lot of screaming and yelling there. Dudes, let me freaking through, dude. Come on. Craig saying 150 to 200K a year tops. Dude, that's what I think too. I wonder if there's anyone at the Tour de France World Tour rider making less than 100K a year. I think there is. Just guessing. Or sourcing. I'm telling you guys, it's the Frenchies. Greedy. Dave comment here, most GC riders gave the prize money 2 minutes. Yeah, they split it all up. The green jersey winning for Justin here saying that they probably make an extra $1 million a year from their sponsor. Dude, EF on the move now. EF, Soudal, Groupama, NSN, Total Energies, Decathlon, they're all sending dudes now. Looks like Ganna's trying to move up too. So dudes, EF is well aware that there are wins. And like I said too, just what EF reflected what I was saying. It's going to get windier and crappier late in the race, and it's going to come from your right-hand side at a good clip. It is Ganna up there. Ganna's on the front, so the move goes. All the boys follow the moves. Everyone kind of dials it down. Moves, dials it down. The EF rider on the front talking to the inside guy. A little bit of gesturing. One of those. Let me refresh this. This is all back to normal, isn't it? Tour de France. So we've got one rider up front, Weisstroffer. We've got a chasing group of Caruso, Costu, and Vircher. These guys are all going to start working hard together here. Hurry hard, boys. Hurry hard. And Peloton, that was Asgren going, trying to lead that one out. Colin, this is from VeloSoul. Colin, I hope you do some live streams after the tour, between races. VeloSoul, what would you like to see me do? Dudes, I'm always wanting to I like live streaming every day. So dudes, this is my life. Live stream every day. 4 till 9 o'clock every morning. Get out, do some. Dudes, after yesterday's stage, this is what I did. Got my phone right there. Got my AirPods. Did a big walk. Didn't really do anything hard for exercise. I probably walked a couple miles, and I just did all my phone calls. Called the office, talked to the admin for property management, called the appliance place, called maintenance guys. What else did I do? Yeah, dude, I just kind of do all that. Then I got the data myself. Probably should. I was thinking about a bike ride later, but it got kind of stormy here. So we'll get on top of that here pretty quick. Drew saying Del Toro was at 800K when he wore the pink at the Giro, with the contract clause forcing salary renegotiation. Should he win a Grand Tour, I think UAE sabotages victory to save 1 to 2 million in a new contract. So maybe they deliberately didn't let him win. Pedersen back at the race official's car. What's this all about? Having a nice chit chat. Why would Pedersen be back here? Dude, you know what? He's back here talking to some old legend from the past who I can't identify right now. Guy's hanging out the car window with a big watch on his wrist. Flocky saying that UK enjoying its best summer. Love it, dude. Paddy done afternoon from the barren slopes of Bindoof. Oh, yeah, that BH, it's an F. It's hot, and I've been listening to the Odyssey, and then remembered it's stage 12, finishing at Chalon-sur-Saône. Rilson, remember the 2015 Zeeland stage on the dams in south of Netherlands? The last flat stage, I remember, where storms caused carnage in the peloton. Dude, I think it's going to happen today. Mad's riding up there. Dudes, we got 122 Ks to go. We've got 4 riders up the road. Weisstroffer by himself. We've got 3 riders, Caruso, Costu, and Vircher. Peloton chasing at 137. Dudes, this is how I'm going to do this. As I get my coffee, nature break it, I will show you this mode here. You can see the brakes. Okay? You can see the changes in direction coming. Dude, Tour Tracker, killing it. Killing it with this coverage. I really like this. What we can do too before I go, because guys, I do love Bike Terra. Tour de France Live, stage 12. We can spectate it. Let's see if we get the full coverage that we want to see here. Okay, and this one here, it's saying the 4 riders are together. Are they really together? So that would be that Weisstroffer's been caught. Dudes, Weisstroffer's been caught. I didn't even see that happen. So those 3 up front have just picked up Weisstroffer now. Dudes, and these guys are riding hard. Dudes, can someone tell me what the actual rule is for the arrow rule on the handlebars? Like, his forearm is resting on this part. You know, when you go to handlebars, this part. His forearm is resting right on it. I wonder how long they can get away with that for. So, dudes, you can see the big city that we're in here now, whatever this big town is. And I just said there will be a change in direction. I'll bounce back here. Here's that change in direction I'm talking about. Going to the south, back to Bike Terra. You can see that change in direction. You can't. It's on the map. I keep doing that. But there is a big change in direction coming up. They will swing to the right immediately on the road up ahead, and they've now moving directly into the south. Dudes, I'm sure there's teams today that are thinking about playing the echelons. I'm sure of that. Okay, do that. Back here. There's that southerly turn now. They're on it. Coffee time. In the pipe. 5x5. We will be coming around for a 709er and Shaka Khan. All right, dudes, back inside the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. Quick update here. Looks like the break is still 4 riders. I'm going to have a good look on camera here. Cruising along at 55k an hour. Damiano Caruso down in the drops. White handlebar tape. Looks really good on these Bianchis here. Nice. Here comes the Groupama rider. That is Ewan Kostu for Groupama FDJ. And back to the chat. Pinoy saying Tour Tracker covers more than 20 major events. Yeah, dude, it gets better and better. But this year, this is a whole nother level for Tour Tracker here. Whole nother level. This coverage here. And dudes, like again, you can control the maps. Like this is what I've always wanted. This is why I love Bike Terra so much. Because I can control the cameras. I could be the video director. Some dude sitting in France somewhere saying, camera 3, please. Dude, you're looking at someone going to the bathroom. No one cares. Unless it's Dumoulin. You know what I'm saying. Doesn't take a rocket science to do that. You can just get in the action, dudes. Get in the action. 125. 4 riders up front. 125 back to the peloton here. Average speed still right on 50k an hour. 62 kilometers done. Dude, ripping. We are ripping again. I think Joe's talking about definitely can't bike outside today in Chicago. Dude, inside trainer. Inside trainer. Dudes, you can get good used trainers for like $400 or $500. And you know what? I ride a Tax Neo 2T. I think it's the best trainer, but realistically, go get yourself a Wahoo kicker. Really, really good trainers. I think maybe, mm, I think the Tax Neo 2T is more accurate. So, dudes, in the world of inside cycling, remember inside cycling world, um, at the highest end, like on my whoosh, they race for money. Every weekend they race for money. So you need to do a weigh-in. You need to have a camera on the whole time. You have to video your weigh-in. You have to video the weight. Every week, the guys at the highest end have to do that. Uh, they need two power sources, so they need like a power meter, and their trainers have to be very, very close. There was a situation, I think it was in the spring. I think it was in January or maybe the year before where they shut down all racing. I know they did it on Zwift too. Maybe why Whoosh didn't do it. Yeah, it was my Whoosh, I think. All of the trainers got busted except for the tax. So just variations in power, right? So all those trainers will be, it can do this it can simulate this much power plus or minus 10%. If it says plus or minus 10%, it's not a high end trainer. Those highest end trainers, they're going to want them at plus or minus 1%. So what they found is they went and tested a bunch of trainers and we're like, wait a second, they're all the same. This one's out by 8%. So it's kind of fake. Or people's power readings at home, their power meter is saying 300 watts and their trainer saying 370. That's an exaggeration. You can't have that. Not when you're racing for money. So dudes, if it's too smoky outside, get yourself an inside trainer. And again, I would recommend like a Wahoo Kicker Core. It'll do virtually everything you want. Virtually everything. And it is pretty tough. Colin, where was the change of direction? I'm looking at the map and I cannot pinpoint it. Dude, they turned south. Here, I'm going to come back on this one. Are you talking at the end or right now? Dude, they just took a big turn on the road, I guess. Right here. Yeah, they had a tailwind and now it's a crosswind. Now they're getting more of a tail crosswind at this location. Actually, it is a crosswind at this point, but it's not strong enough to do anything. We will be riding slightly uphill here. Ooh, love the look of this look bike here for the Kofidis rider. That is sexy. The cameraman even noticed it. No sign of Jonas, no sign of UAE. Oh, and having said that, I just saw Poggy lurking in the background, sticking out in yellow. NSN, Alpecin, Soudal in the front, Red Bull rocking it too. Big representation here by Alpecin. So we'll just chill here for a little bit, guys. You can watch that display go. It will become a tailwind at some point. Yeah, dude, so I'll just use the Tour Tracker map. So we're heading in an easterly direction now, but there are some sharp turns in the road, like that one there. They went from east to due south. Basically, what I was trying to do there, Rail, was just show that Bike Terra will show all of that. And I think Bike Terra's data is probably the most live because it's getting data directly from the tour and not waiting on the lag to Flow Bikes or to some of these apps. So it's just going to be generally a light tailwind. But then, yeah, look at it here. If those winds pick up, this crosswind territory right here, within 20 to 30 Ks to go to the finish, we've heard EF talking about it. They're expecting the winds to kick up later in the race in the last half hour. Ooh, dudes, Mads Pedersen has been disqualified from that sprint for not holding his line. I'm just reading this now. This will reduce his leads in the points classification. Yeah, that was 20 points for Mads there. Oh my. I don't think PCS has even talked about that. Okay, that's why Mads was back at the car. Okay, so we didn't get... So right now, guys, Mads Pedersen is only on 317 points. His 20 points just got eliminated. So he has 317. Binyan Girmay, 282. Now, Mads did go to the right. And I guess what they're saying, I bet who would have complained? Soudal. Soudal would have complained about that. I think Jasper probably went more over following Mads' wheel, but I guess they're saying In the final straight, you got to hold your line. They both drifted. I wonder if Phillipson got relegated because Merlier was flying up. So I'm sure Soudal was screaming there, hey, they went offline. That's probably how that goes down. And the UCI says, yeah, okay, let's make it more exciting for these guys. By the way, here's 10 grand in your back pocket. Don't worry about it. Dude, I'd like to give you a little present right now. Oh, and by the way, yeah, that sprint really wasn't in our favor. So, yeah, a little controversy, conspiratorial talk there. Oh, dude, nice. Craig saying, love the distant sound the mic is picking up. Coffee being made. Dude, I hope you hear the spoon going clink, 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 clink. Dudes, how many of you dudes in the States are being smoked out by our Canadian wildfires? Reading on here, dudes. Gonzo Johnny. Johnny saying first U.S. state I've been in for a longer period, Iowa. That's where Dalimar is. That's when I understood gun culture. I would want one too if the neighbors are 4 miles away. Yeah, dude, pretty much where I live, everyone has guns. Everyone. Every farmer will have a gun. Uh, dude, you just don't know. Could be just coyotes on your property trying to rip your dog apart or your cats apart. Yeah, you don't know, man. Velo Souls asking, you ever played GeoGuessr, Colin? I think you would like it. Some people live stream working it out. Dude, someone else has said this too. He says, I feel like I'm watching VeloGuessr right now. Oh, sorry, GeoGuessr. Probably in the first work of the tour. Nah, that would have been back during the Dauphiné, I think. Someone says, dude, this is like watching GeoGuessr. Yeah, totally, man. Dude, I love it. Uh, Ooh, Dave saying, Colin, if you know enough about trainers, you can get them at a thrift shop. It's like $50. Dave, like which ones? Do you remember which brands, which models? I think when the Tax Neo TT first came out, it was over $2,000 Canadian. I think nowadays there's so many more trainers. I think you can get them for like $1,400 Canadian. Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta know enough about what you're buying to, yeah, to actually find the right price. You know, if it's a non-smart, you guys, you can buy trainers that are non-smart trainers. Back in the old days when we rode turbos in the basement that were so loud, there's no controllability. It won't talk to the software. And they're also a bit sloppy. They have huge power fluctuations. The cheaper ones, the highest end ones, they're quieter than me talking. They're very, very quiet. The only loud part is yourself on the bike and your music that's rocking. Uh, Vloggy's asking, have I been to Wonderland Park? Dude, I haven't. But I would have been to. Dave would know this. What is it, Dave? What's the big Toronto one? The CN? No, what is it? Hmm. Dude, I figured so. There's a big theme park in Toronto as well. It happens once a year. I think they set up for it. So I've never been to Wonderland. Well, dude, it's like this. People always say, dude, how close are you to whatever? I'm like, dude, I'm 20 hours away. Right? Uh, like, dudes, to get to Toronto here, it'd probably be legitimately 3 hard days of driving. 3 hard days. Let's do it. Why don't we do that right now? Toronto, from my location. Toronto. Okay. Directions. From my location. Use this here. Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry guys. It took me to the Empress in Victoria. Toronto. Walking 700 hours. I can walk there in 700 hours? Wow. I'd have to cross through the states though, guys. I've been going through the Dakotas. I would take a dude, this is incredible. It takes you 700 hours to walk there. Come on. But this is more legitimate here now. I was going to say 30 hours. According to Google Maps, multiple routes, the quickest being cutting through the states. I would just rip through Canada. It's a 33-hour drive ripping through the states. 33 hours, guys. 33 hours. So, dudes, yeah, that's why I don't really travel to Toronto too often. It's just too freaking far. Too far. Four riders in the break, guys. 1 minute 30 up the road, so they've been giving some room again. Okay, Dave was saying it was a tax. Colin signing bonus for MLB draft number one more than the combined salaries of the Tour de France top five. Yeah, I know it's insane. Insane. Hmm. Gonna keep moving. Dave saying downtown to Wonderland 3 times a week. Dude, I live in Wonderland. Wonderland, one of my favorite tunes from the group Big Country. Dude, I love that band. I listened to it just a few days ago. I love Wonderland. Uh, Calling that large south turn you pointed out was just to pass a random train station. I guess it was an important train station. Um, oh, uh, Drew's talking about buying an Avion trailer south of Des Moines. Aaron saying, make sure to go out and get your pineapples for tomorrow's start in Dole. Do not hang a pineapple thing outside your door upside down. I guess that's not a good thing to do. That's the sign. If you get my drift, people from other countries are going, huh? I guess that's a thing, guys. Hanging a picture of a pineapple upside down outside of your home lets people know things about you. Uh, yeah, bad boys mad. So, dude, he lost 20 points there. Binghams closer. And the way, dude, I'd like to see the sprint replay here. I'd like to see it. I think Phillipson should get it too then. Just from what I remember the sprint, they are showing the wind direction right now, but it's super light. But they're expecting it to kick up. They're going to be riding into a bit of a rainstorm at the end. Potentially. May not happen. Uh, what are we looking at here? Drew's talking about the river conditions, the volume. 16, I think he's saying 16% of normal. Gonzo Johnny, I'm eating beans to help ensure it gets windy this afternoon. Dude, I want to see some winds. I want to see some echelons. I want to see guys scrambling out the back. Dude, that's what's really good about like the Tour of Oman, the Tour of the UAE, those desert scenes, the wind whipping sand across the road, guys falling off the back. Even with the big, large, wide highways there, not wide enough for the entire peloton. Gaps open, shunted out the back. Yeah, I love it. Joe Mercado just bought a display kicker bike for 2,500. Haven't. Okay, Joe. Joe, have you done any inside training, dudes? And Joe, kicker bike, fantastic, fantastic machine. That will simulate anything. Will simulate up to a 25% gradient. So there's like a kicker bike. There's a tax bike. There's a watt bike. Um, Dude, Zwift makes one. They have a Zwift bike. Probably your best bang for your buck bike out there. You can ride it on different platforms. I think it uses a Wahoo kicker. I don't know if it uses a core or not as its base units. It's basically a bike frame designed. And dude, I'll show them to you. Where are they? I'm not sure right now. Um, there's like you can switch your gears and stuff. You can use all the camera controls from your handlebar controls on the Zwift bike. So if you want to give someone a thumbs up that rode near you, you just click one button. If you want to activate a little power up, you can click another button. Dude, it's really fun. They've gamified these things a little bit, and there's two camps. There's the Ruby camp. I want it 100% real, and I can't stand the graphics. They all whine and cry about it. I'm like, dudes, I can't stand the avatars on Ruby. It looks terrible to me. Zwift, yes, it's like, here's the sprint again. Yeah, Mads does go all. Yeah, okay, dudes, I see it. I see it. Mads went from basically the middle of the road over to the right, and he did impede Phillipson. He 100% impeded Phillipson. I don't know. This is Legal Truck. I don't know what the comments are doing. No, they say to us that you will be relegated now in the radio. I didn't hear anything. Yeah, Dude, it's not like he's cutting them off, but he knows they're on his right shoulder. Mads is saying the whole thing, I did not move. That is completely untrue. No, I did. You did move. You did move. But dude, they all do that. You know, it's kind of like, dude, it's really hard because the road is not totally straight. Oh, now it's saying, Mads, you have the points. You have the points. They just gave you the points. Okay, so what's going on? Did he get the points or not? Back at the little Trek car here. This is all replay, guys. It looks like the conversation they're having. The DS is going, and now he's shaking his head. So they were probably told afterwards, no, you don't have the points. Yeah, he just slowly drifted over, but those other sprinters are going to be screaming, he impeded us. What's this I'm getting? Oh. Okay. Don't know what that's all about. Have no idea. Dudes, 1 minute 30 seconds is the gap, so we're not really sure if Pedersen has the points or not. Dudes, Joel, let me know how it goes on your bike if you've never done it inside before. The CNE, dude, there we go, Canadian National Exhibition. Yeah, dude, I've been there when I was a kid. I also went to Marineland when I was a kid, when I lived right at St. Catharines for a short term. I think Marineland is completely shut down now. That's where they had the whales, the dolphins. It's all shut down. Problem now is, what are they going to do with all those sea mammals? Aaron's saying, Colin, I have been on the USS Badger ferry multiple times. What, across Michigan there? I think it was Michigan it was crossing. Hopefully not during the Witch of November. The Witch of November, boys. Look it up. Johnny, Canadian provinces and distances are even more insane than American ones. Europeans who have not experienced it have no clue. Dude, exactly. I say this all the time. Like, dude, to drive an hour to work each way, it's normal. It is so normal. Guys, check this out. So I used to work in downtown Calgary. Let's just put a little pin in Calgary. Boom. We're going to do that one there. From, how do I do this here? Dude, I'll just say Olds, Alberta. From Olds, Alberta to Calgary. Yeah, I know. I butchered it, didn't I? To Calgary. To Calgary, Alberta. Okay? Dude, it's an hour and 11 minutes right now. I used to live out here 10 minutes outside of Olds every day from 2004 to 2010 when I moved. I did that drive every day, 6 years running, round trip. Fastest road is 96 kilometers. So I was driving almost 200 kilometers every day, 120 miles every day, guys. And in the winter, add an hour on. Your 2 hour day becomes a 3 hour day, 3.5 hour day. So insanity. And that's normal. There's lots of dudes doing that. Then I got a little bit closer. But yeah, dude, lots of driving. Caruso, Weisstroffer, Kostu, Vircher in the lead right now, guys. Baptiste Weisstroffer takes the 1 point the Côte des Lentilles. Dudes, I'm waiting for the wins. I am waiting for the wins to kick in. Yeah, dude, Johnny, it would be like me. If I went to Europe, I'd be like, oh, good. Everything's so narrow here. The roads are so small. We're used to driving bigger cars here. Like, I think most Europeans would come across and be like, what are all these trucks? Like, around here, probably more than 50% of the vehicles are like half tons and bigger. Half ton, which is a weird phrase now, like an F-150 or bigger. Patty, I'm fascinated by the journey of the character in Farley Mowat's The Boat That Wouldn't Float. Dude, do I know that one? I don't know if I know it. Dude, Patty, if you want a really good book, I just dug it out a few days ago. Might be in here somewhere. I'm looking for it. Farley Mowat's Tundra. Dude, it's so good, that book. It's a collection of real stories. Like, I don't think there's any fiction in there whatsoever. And he's kind of put it all together. Like, really cool expeditions across the Northwest Territories way back in the day. when basically explorers would go up there and start looking around, shipwrecks. Dude, there's one really good one where I think they found the diary of someone who was starving to death. Before he died, he put his diary inside the fireplace so that if a fire ever came through, the iron stove would protect it. And they found it. Dude, I gotta read back and read that. Does anyone know that story? I think that's the gist of it. He talks about one where these dudes are starving in the territories. There was this doctor who was like the super stud. I forget the name of the expedition. This doctor was like a beast. I think he's the only one that lived. And dude, they were eating their shoes. They were eating their belts. They would take their leather belts off to chew on the leather to like satisfy their hunger at all. Generally, a lot of times I got saved by First Nations people that lived up there. Okay, moving on, guys. Dudes, I think I'm way behind. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna Rock Spider from Edmonton. I used to ride rollers while watching the Tour de France way before all the new tech on the market. Uh, Cannot ride anymore to serious back issues. Enjoying the discussion. Rock Spider, dude, what's it like up in Edmonton today? Raquel said hi. Raquel, where are you from? We can put you on the pin map. Remember, guys, we haven't put anyone on the pin map today. Dude, I added the dude from yesterday. He was from Wyerton. Wyerton Willie. What's the one in the States, guys, on Groundhog Day? What do you guys call him? Patonksy Phil or something like that. In Canada, we have our own version of it. Wyerton Willie. So, dudes, let's fill the map. We need the map. Raquel, where are you from? We're trying to fill the map up. I'm not sure where Raquel's from. Yeah, dude, right now, 101 kilometers to go, so I'm about 3 kilometers behind. Okay, so RSR guy's saying Mads is keeping his points. They let him off with a warning. Ooh, okay. Mads went to the official's car. Yo, dude, I know you really like XYZ band. I got some tickets coming in tonight. I just kind of casually want to give them to you right about now. Oh, you like that kind of whiskey? Yeah, we can do that too, bro. We can do that too. Just kidding. I'd love to hear these conversations. Yep, PCS hasn't said anything, so it was way over on Tour Tracker here. So Bingham did get 6th. Just trying to see back here a little bit if they said anything else. Now it's St. Pedersen not relegated in the sprint. Although he was seen in a lengthy conversation at the race jury's car after the intermediate sprint, initial reports that Mads Pedersen had been disqualified were incorrect. You're incorrect. He's been confirmed as taking 2nd place in the sprint, but has been warned about his conduct in future sprints. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he was. Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, that's what he said to them. In his mind only. Yeah, disqualification is correct. Okay, guys, we're all good there. Rock Spider, what is your back issue that's affecting you, dude? I got a good friend, Ruben. He's here once in a while. He lives in Belgium. I used to ride all the time with him inside. He's a way better cyclist than me, and it really impacts the cycling. I think he has sciatica really, really bad. He works as he's a physical therapist of some sorts. I don't know what the actual term is, and it's impacting his ability to work. Tundra sounds good indeed. Yeah, dudes, find it. It might be hard. But you could probably only find it on like an audio version, or audio version of Tundra would be fantastic. Dude, I've got some. Actually, I've got 3 Audible credits right now. What's the latest one I'm going to read? I spent one last month, and what did I pick up? Oh, Fingerprints of the Gods. I picked up Fingerprints of the Gods by Hancock just to listen to it on a drive. Having a look at Michael Matthews here on that purple and white Giant. Yeah, dude, check out Farley Moat's Tundra. It's a nice thick paperback. Ooh, I wish I could find it for you guys, dude. I'm gonna find it and I'll call on showing you guys stuff tomorrow. Really good book. Avit, who win the first intermediate, guys? Baptiste Weisserhofer took the 25 points. Mads Pedersen got 2nd place, 20 points. I know you want to know what Bingham, because I can see your last name is Tesfaye, very Eritrean. Bingham finished sixth in that sprint point. Puxatawny Phil, yeah, we have Wyatt and Willie. Okay, it's David Robinson. Dude, you're a Wyatt and Willie guy. You are Wyatt and Willie guys. Dude, so I do have you on the map. Dude, I thought Wyatt might be a place. I thought it was. Um, is this where you're at, dude? Is this where Wyatt and Willie is? South Bruce Peninsula. This I typed it in because you can search at the top, and this is what it gave me. We were also discussing the USS Badger that crosses Lake Michigan here. So, dude, I thought Wyerton was actually a place, but I think that's just maybe it's a street name or someone famous from there. Sunny all day in Edmonton, max temp 20. See, beautiful dude. Beautiful. Puxatawny Phil in the US, Willie in Wyerton. They often agree both represent Canada and the US relationship well. Okay, so Pennsylvania is Puxatawny Phil. Dude, we're talking about groundhogs here. Only on Inside Cycling World with the oldest commentator alive. How old is Phil Liggett, guys? Am I actually older than Phil? Am I 77 years of age here? Like one of my best lifelong friends. We be out in public with people I didn't know. And, they probably all assumed, oh, yeah, this dude's in his 40s, whatever. And Birch would always say, well, dude, you look pretty good for 64. And they'd look at me like, you're 64? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not that old. Balzac Billy. Dude, Jay, where you at? Jay, where you at? Because there is a Balzac Billy. Jay, okay, time out. Jay, where are you from, dude? Jay, are you on the map? Jay, if you are on the map and I've forgotten, sorry, bro. Balzac Billy. Let's let that load in, guys. Okay, that's not gonna load very fast. There's my map. Balzac, guys, and it sounds just like Balzac. That's a common joke around here. Calgary, we got this giant ring road now. Dudes, we never used to have this ring road. See the ring road here? It's the 201, goes all around Calgary. So truckers would come in on the number one and have to cross right through Calgary all the way. Just garbage planning. If you're coming from the north, you'd have to come all the way down the Deerfoot, which is a highway, but it's not that fast. It always backs up. 201's pretty good. Just north of Calgary, we got the big mall here. Cross Arm Mills Mall is gigantic. It really is. That's a big mall. That's kind of like the mall we go to on the north end. Balzac here. Just a little town. There's a small little gas station there. It's not really even a town. There's like RV centers. Dude, I'll show you something I always love. I call this Balzac Campground and Storage Center. Dude, I'm going to see if I can get her, whatever. I'll jump on the service road. Dude, this is what it looks like where I live. So right here, this campground, I call this divorced dad's campground. This is where they live. This is where the divorced dads go to and live year round after they get punted. This is it right here, divorced dad's campground. Because they live there year round. Yeah, so that's Balzac. And then north of that, we got Airdrie. Back to the race, guys. 115 is the gap right now. 115 to the gap. So Balzac Billy, he's another. Is he groundhog? I don't even know what he is. Yeah, so lots of groundhog talk. Dude, 250 people here plus. David Robinson, check out the 10-foot carved limestone statue of Wyerton Willie installed in 1995 in the Wyerton Blue Water Park. Marking the 40th anniversary of our Groundhog Festival, the statue has now stood for 30 years. Rock Spider from Edmonton saying my discs are damaged and arthritis in L4 and L5, major nerve damage. Dude, like, I feel for you, man. I feel for you. Like, I mean, my friend Ruben's going through it. I think Ruben's early 40s. And he's like, dude, I can't even ride half the time. And he's done a lot of riding. He's been to the Canaries. He's done, what do you guys call it? Is it Teed? I just say Teed. Tiede, the big volcano climb in the Canaries, I think it is. He's done all those rides. Sent me tons of good videos. Wyerton is a small town on Ontario, so maybe I got it in the wrong spot. Roy again saying my volume's too low. Is the volume too low, guys? I don't think it is. I'm talking at the same volume. I think I'm talking louder than ever now. Dude, crank your phone up. You know what? It kind of does look low. Kind of does look low. But that's the wrong way. That is the correct way, guys. That is the way it is. I've got this mic jacked. We're jacked, guys. 55 seconds of the gap. Merlier at 127, dudes. So Tim's decided to go for a little jaunt out the back for now. Maybe a quick nature break. We're going to see him at the end here. Can he get himself back in over these lumps at the end, though? Dudes, we got a ways to go. We're still rocking and rolling. 93.4 kilometers. 7:26 in the morning for me here. Dude, totally. Aaron's asking, does anyone remember the Sonny and Cher song that repeats every morning in the Groundhog Day movie? Dude, I wouldn't know the song, but I remember that from the clip in the movie. I can hear it in my head right now. Dave St. Colin, I got carded at the liquor control board there in Ontario 10 years ago. Dude, you're good looking for 77. That's what I'm going to say. I got you, babe. Yeah. Balzac, apparently a great French novelist. Yeah, that's what we say here, Dallimore. People say, oh, you're going to Balzac? Yeah, going to Balzac. Good old, oh, dude, you are in YYC. So Jay is from Calgary. Jay's from Calgary, and I don't have him on the board. The good old YYC. Dude, just for you saying YYC, you're going to get dropped at the airport. We're dropping Jay at the airport here. He's on the board. Jay, JL 970 8675309. Okay, there's JL 970 at the YYC. How good would the Rush song sound with the YYC code going? Dude, I did get you at the airport. Calgary International Airport, guys. One of the longest runways. I think this might be outside of Area 51. One of the longest runways for the big Airbuses coming in. They're trying to make Calgary a big hub. Something like that. Yeah, divorced dad's campground. Yeah, dude, they'll live there all winter. They've got all their camper trailers boarded up along the bottoms, heaters underneath. Phil saying volume's fine in the Cayman. Everyone else saying volume's fine. Yep, Balzac Billy is a groundhog. Yeah, check your equalizer settings, folks. Colin is pumping the bass. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Bass, bass, how low can you go? Okay, dudes, just reading along here. Oh, check this out. Dudes, the knowledge gained in this channel, you just need to come here every day. You're not going to learn this anywhere else on the internet today. You will not learn this watching TNT. 100%. You will not learn this watching Peacock. You're just going to have a bunch of retired cyclists yammering on about stuff. David Robinson's comment here. There was also a Canadian groundhog named Shubenacadie Sam out of Nova Scotia. Completely butchered that. Shubenacadie Sam out in Nova Scotia. That is common knowledge, folks, for me and David. I just did it. Common knowledge. Shubenacadie Sam. Dude, I gotta look that up later. Never heard of Shubenacadie Sam before. You won't learn that anywhere else on the internet today. Guaranteed. No one else is talking about Shubenacadie Sam today, except us. Gander, Newfoundland. You guys like? Yeah, Gander's got some long airstrips too. Guys, Gander. Let's take a look at Gander. Dude, I love this story too. Gives me chills. Everything gives me chills, guys. My frisson is so bad. Look it up, guys. Frisson. Frisson. Gander, Newfoundland. Dude, I've been here. Gander. I was probably 20 years old. And the company I worked for was doing a big seismic shoot out here in this Grand Fall, Windsors area. One of the big first seismic shoots. The cables, They're all made in Calgary. They sent me and another dude was already out. He says, Colin, I need your help. We need to kind of work on 12-hour shifts. So I landed in Gander. I sat here for 8 hours at the airport. Remember, this is 19, I don't know, it would have been 90 or 91, something like that. No cell phones. Well, I guess there was cell phones, wasn't there? Different version of them. And we sat here for 8 hours. Someone showed up. Hey, dude, I'm here to pick you up. Okay, where are we going? Okay, I'm going to drive you through the wilderness here. Watch out for the moose. We drove all the way to Grand Falls, Windsor. And we lived in a hotel room. We had two hotel rooms, one for sleeping, one for working. And we had these quarter-mile long cables. Yes, 1/4 mile long cables with 128 pairs of wires in them, twisted paired wires, so 256 individual wires that we were splicing, fixing back together. The cops showed up all the time. What are you guys doing here? Why do you have these? What's all this stuff? At first, it was a big deal to them, and then they were like, okay, we get it. But dudes, the story of Gander is that during 9/11, dude, I think when the airspace got shut down. Oh, look at this. What is this? Dude, so funny that they used the word Czechoslovak. So Czech Republic Airlines, I'm going to use that, Flight 523 Memorial. Wow. Did something happen here I don't know about? Dude, you're not learning this on any other site today either. And also, we got a giant turkey farm here. Why is it in a circle? What is this? Dude, have you guys ever seen something like this before in your life? What is this? It looks like a prison. So maybe they just let all the turkeys run around. Dude, that is weird. But dudes, I guess during 9/11, when they shut down the airspace, it was here. I think they expected 50, uh, you know, 737s or whatever to show up. I think there's race radio coming in here, guys. I want to catch a lot of Wintermarché for the weather info. But you can also see it if you look up the road, the sky. There are some thunderstorms around in the air, so you might get a little wet, bit wet. The wind might also pick up then, so maybe it's not a bad idea not to stay completely in the back of the peloton. Bunch is what they used, that word. I'm kind of translating ahead, guessing. So dudes, I think here you can find a really good documentary about, dude, if it doesn't make your eyes tear up, you're dead inside. Over 300, I think it's 300 large airliners were parked here. I think that's what it was. And the town of Gander was overran. Mostly Americans, Europeans. They had nowhere to go. Gander's not very big, dudes. Gander. Let's check it out. Quick facts on Gander. Wikipedia. Dude, Gander is a town of just under 12,000 people as of today. What do you think it was in 2001? 5 or 6? Dude, right here. Let's read about it. In 2001, Gander International Airport played an integral role in world aviation in the hours immediately following the September 11 attacks, when all airspace in Canada and the USA was closed by Transport Canada and the US. Okay, it says here, as part of Operation Yellow, 38 civilian and 4 military flights inbound for the States were ordered to land. Dude, the number on YouTube was a lot higher than that. Dude, look at this. Okay, so obviously it wasn't 38 because more than 6,600 passengers and airline crews, equivalent to 66% of the local population, were forced to stay in Gander for up to 6 days. There was a lot more planes than 38 because they were expecting this, and they were like, they just had planes lined up down the runways everywhere, parking them. Dude, it's a really cool story. It is on YouTube. Oh, dudes, now you can learn some weather about Canada. People think Canada's always cold. BS. Record hot, dude, humidex. So that's where you integrate humidity into the temperature. 4 rider stall in front, down to a minute. Roads are damp, guys. Roads are damp here. It is raining. Rain is falling. So record high here in June. Okay, let's go July. 96 Fahrenheit. With humidity, probably about 100 and something. 105. Record low. Minus 33. What? Oh, that's Fahrenheit. 30, sorry, 33 Fahrenheit in July. Okay, that's pretty cold in July. And you can see here, guys, it never gets that cold. So Celsius is first, minus 27, minus 31, not getting minus 40, minus 45 that you can see on the prairies. But anyways, let's move on from that. Dude, look that documentary up. Stockholm in the house. Mike T, I like the coverage. Stockholm, dude, you're on the map. You're hitting it. Mikey T from Stockholm. Dude, sorry guys, I'm behind here. I get on the side tracks. 85K school. It's raining hard now, guys. They'll probably like it in this heat. It's still very warm though, 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, dudes, I gotta do this just to get dialed in quick here. Stockholm. Sweden, dudes, you've just hit Sweden on the map. Dude, I'm just gonna put you wherever it puts you here. This is Mike T. I think it was Mike T. I'm gonna go use the big T here. Yeah. And then he's gonna tell me now my name's not Mike, it's Maquette or something weird like that. Just watch. Dude, we finally have our first Swede. We finally have him. Dude, the rest of the of Scandinavia, super lacking. You Norwegians, you have your own World Tour team. Not one of you has came to my channel. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Okay. Comments enabled. Dude, what's the race situation? 4 riders up the road. They've got a 1-minute gap. Weisstroffer, Caruso, Kostu, and Matteo Vircher. 1 minute up the road. Rains have started. They've been warned. It's going to get rainy and it's going to get potentially windy. With the direction of the wind's coming, we may see some echelons happening at the race here. Currently still have 84 kilometers to go. So we're just over halfway point now on stage, guys, which is insanity to me. Reading on, guys. I know I'm behind again. I've let myself fall behind. Ian Holmes. Ian's back. Hey, buddy. Poggy seems to be so on top. Absolutely, dude. Chris Coiler. It's common knowledge. What was his name? Shubanashi Sam? Shubanakdi. Dude, right there. Patty Dunn just found a copy of Tundra by Farley Mowat for $3. Dude, buy it. Trust me. Just buy it. Just please buy it. I've got my copy. Dude, it might be a first edition for all I know. Like, come on. I'll dig. Dude, Patty Dunn, come back tomorrow for Friday stage. And I'll have my copy. It's got some pictures and stuff in it. Guys, Farley Mowat mostly famous for... What's his most famous book? The one where he lives with the wolf. What's it called? Dude, I can't even remember. Yeah, for £3, €3, I'm not sure what that is there. Chris is saying, I've seen the Wyatt and Willie statue that was covered, or that was mentioned earlier, covered in seagull poop. Yeah, I think it's right near the Great Lakes there. What's Farley Mowat's most famous book? It's about a dude, and I think that one's kind of fictionalized. Okay, SDX Sistana. I don't understand, Mike, why George Bennett is riding so hard. The time gap's 40 seconds. I just don't understand it. Yeah, Suffer. Sufferfest coming, guys. Yeah, Dave's saying 9/11 Gander had half the world's Atlantic airliners grounded there. Rail saying, looked at the weather radar. Looks like the bunch is quite luckily in dodging the strongest showers. They should enter a small storm, but the big ones are missing from the west, from the east and the west. Nagano Chris checking in. Live from Japan. Live. Okay. I'm going to call you Alice. We got Alice here just saying, hey Alice, welcome to Inside Cycling World. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining us. 4 riders still up the road, 1 minute gap. Dude, Johnny's saying oldest debutantes on PCS, oldest is 50 years old. Who would that have been? Oldest debutantes on PC. Oh, right there. Okay, back in the day. Yeah, this will be all olden days. There won't be anyone recent. Yeah, look at this. Hard men back in the days. That's when they had lots of independence riding. Wow. 50 years old in 1923 at the Tour de France. 1903, that would be the first year. I thought I just saw 1903, guys. Okay, maybe I didn't. 1904, we had a 45-year-old. Like, come on. Tour was a little bit harder back then. Oh, dudes, they're showing the shoes. I think this is Virtue. He's got Smurf colored shoes. It's got 3 Smurfs and Gargamel. Gargamel, dude, locked in. So, dude, I'm in the pipe 5x5 today. Gargamel, the villain on the cartoon The Smurfs. Mm, I remember my Saturday morning cartoons well. Yeah, dude, Johnny, I can still make it, dude. Dude, Johnny, you're saying there's a chance. I could be the oldest ever. Dude, I'll just do it independently. Let's get the olden day rules where anyone can enter. Dave's saying apparently many of the families are still in close contact with the families that house them. Dudes, dudes to my American friends, we totally remember that. I wonder if people realize that, like, when that went down, that totally impacted us as well. We all talk about that here. Like, people will say to each other, dude, where were you on 9/11? It's like, obviously, it's an American thing. I'm sure there are some Canadians that died there working there. But, dude, that's a pretty serious thing we remember here. I know exactly where I was. I was down. I was working for a company called Samson Canada. They are based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Me and the 2 landmen, surface landmen, contracts landmen. The landmen are the partiers. The geologists are the second coolest guys in any oil and gas companies. Well, they're the coolest, the smartest, for sure. But the landmen are the real party. Those are the guys that go drinking, signing contracts. We went out for breakfast every morning. They adopted me under their wing. Uh, we were in a restaurant having breakfast right across the street from Samson when it hit. It was like CNN bust in. Hey, dude, this just happened. And by the end, like wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder people in that. Because, dude, it wasn't available everywhere. Not everyone had full blown internet. So this is 2001, remember? Uh, Jeff is saying France is having a very hot summer this year, so we are above normal in France this year. And Slippery When Wet, Bon Jovi. Wasn't there a song, I'm only happy when it rains? Garbage, maybe? Garbage. Maybe? I'm only happy when it rains. How to get on the map, dude? Where you from? Kira Cancer Gaming. Kira can't, dude. You just gotta ask how to get on. Kira, all you have to tell me right now, if you're still listening, is this is where I'm from, and I will put your name on the map. And it says you're a gamer. Let me know what kind of games you play. Yeah, dude, I saw a picture of his shoes yesterday. Dude, those shoes are so sexy. I want hand painted shoes. Dude, and again, there was a guy in the Peloton just as a couple of years ago that hand painted shoes for other cyclists. Uh, Hooked on a Feeling. I remember that song. Ah, I'm hooked on. Why are we singing that? Johnny saying Sweden has the best pop music after UK. Johnny, drop some band names for me. See if I can remember them. Um, the original Tyler Durden. The original Tyler Durden, not the fake Tyler Durden who's been impersonating him. Tyler, where are you from, bro? Call of the Wild. Thank you, Charles. Dudes, I should know this. As a Canadian, everyone should know the book Call of the Wild. That's where Farley Mowat, who was, Farley Mowat, historian, adventurer, naturalist, I guess you can call him. I think that one was fictionalized, where he went and lived in a cabin, although he did do that. So he did all that stuff, but I think he fictionalized parts of it. But a lot of his stuff is spot on history. So yeah, guys, Farley Mowat's Tundra, read that. Really good book. I'm going to read it again, especially since I have the actual paper copy of it. It's going to be a book I take on a trip to Mexico here pretty quick. Dude, nice. Dude, there's one. I think Farley also has a real good book about a whale or something. Maybe that's the boat that wouldn't float. Maybe that's the one. Okay. Dude, yeah, Call of the Wild, that's again, you have to read Call of the Wild, which I don't think that's included in Tundra. Tundra's more of true life adventure stories in the north, in Canada, mostly in the Northwest Territories. Uh, I that's right, Johnny. I always love Gargamel's cat Azrael. That's right, dude. You got it just now. Um, okay, reading on, dudes. David P can confirm that about geologist Colin. Absolutely, dude. Geologist David, where are you from, dude? David P DK. Geologists are the coolest guys at any oil and gas company. The money people, stay away. The accountants, stay away. HR, don't even look in my direction. Don't even look in my direction. Don't mess with me. The geologists have to be the creative dudes. Dude, I'm tooting my own horn here. Geophysicists, they're not as cool as geologists. Not even cool. They're too much into the seismic. Engineers, they're a hit and mix. The land guys are the real party guys. The land guys that all get a drinking problem and get divorced when they're 40 and live in divorced dad campground because they all do it. Dude, being a landman in downtown Calgary, probably the same as Dallas, Houston. Dudes, it's you go out for lunch every day. You get drunk at lunch every day. You make lifelong friends, and there's deals that happen over lunch. Like, dude, we got a really good play we're drilling, pretty high risk. Do you want in? Yeah, dude, what's it going to cost us? A million each. We'll give you 40% of the well. We pay 60. You pay 40 to earn 40%. Or now it'll be like, or you could do a farm out. You pay 100 to earn 60. It's our idea. You're going to pay the money. You earn 60, we get 40% for doing nothing except all the grind up front. Dude, that was kind of work talk. I was a geologist for 21 years, still consider myself a geologist. I just don't do it anymore. I've tried to get back in. Ageism, guys. Screw you, downtown Calgary. Screw you, HR people. I'm just kidding. Uh, Drew saying my UN boss was flying out of Paris to Washington on 9/11. Oh, they turned the flight back. Yeah, dude, it was so weird. Like everyone can remember, and all Canadians think the same. Dave is saying I was at work at Broadview in Danforth. A co-worker had told me, dude, the world stopped up here too. The world stopped in Canada. Dude, I like to say this because I mean sometimes we make too much of a stink about Canadians and Americans. We're all the same. We're all, dude. Canadians and Americans are very similar. We watch the same TV. We watch the same sports. We're still cooler, but that's besides the point. We got Farley Mowat. You guys don't. We've also got Shabanachi Sam. Shabunachi Sam. I'm just butchering that. Oh, dude, Call of the Wild. Okay, so Call of the Wild was Jack London. What is the Farley Mowat? Okay, someone's got to look it up for me. Never Cry Wolf. Never Cry Wolf. Sorry, dudes. Yeah, Call of the Wild is London. Yeah, read that. Never Cry Wolf is fantastic. Yeah, that's it. Dude, Charles, you were 100% correct. Comments enabled with doping history and other cheating and cycling. We don't see bike sabotage or bystanders hired to knock people down. Dude, they still throw stuff at them. Chris Froome talked about it even during his era. People throwing urine on him. Now, apparently that's fantastic urine therapy, stem cells and whatnot. But it's probably not appreciated at the time. Like if someone was throwing bottles of urine on me, I'd probably just rub it in and say, thanks, dude. Thanks for the stem cells. Johnny's talking. I'm currently into an older Finnish band called the Sleepy Sleep. We got no Finns here, bro. We got no Finns on the pin map. That one dude still has to tell me where he's from. Look at this. Pathetic, Finland. Pathetic. Come on, dudes. Let's get it. Dude, so weird here. Leningrad now called St. Petersburg. That's bizarre to me. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Dave, Farley Malt was something else. My English teacher in grade 11 was anti Farley and bat crap crazy, so we didn't read it. Dude, I think we were all kind of forced to read Never Cry Wolf. I think there's a movie too. And I only really appreciated Farley more when I realized that he, was a historian and all those cool exploration stories. I think there's a really good story in that book as well. Dudes that like canoe all across the north there, trying to explore along all the rivers, all the portages. Uh, Dalimar's talking about this is a bike that he rode in 2007. I'm not sure who got sold for 8 grand. He bought it for $5. Dude, David P. Guys, so David here lives in Oklahoma. So David, do you remember the company Samson? There was a company called Samson Canada. So, dude, I'm gonna show you right now, dude, because I get to do this because I'm allowed to. They're not doing this on TNT. They're not doing this on all the other crap channels. Samson Canada, dude, zooming in quick here. 4th Avenue, you take the 4th Avenue flyover into downtown Calgary. This is oil and gas country here. Calgary is basically Houston for oil and gas. Samson Canada, okay, so there's the park. Right here. No, that's not right. That's the parking lot where Samson. Maybe Samson was on 5th. There used to be a Staples down here. Dudes, I gotta have a look around. Yeah, you're gonna see downtown Calgary. Dude, this used to be a Max convenience store. Way back in the day, we call this Hooker's Max. Because way back when in the 80s, this is where you went and picked up hookers. Not saying I did that, because I sure as hell wouldn't. Locos, this pizza place has been here forever. Dude, totally non-cycle. I gotta show you some stuff though. Caesars, classic in Calgary. Seeger Steakhouse. Fantastic steaks. This has been here. A Canadian institution with classy decor. Absolutely not classy. It's straight out of 1972. Samson Canada. Dudes, I'm off on my streets. Samson, where are you? Dudes, I'm forgetting. I thought it was on 4th. Dude, it's very close down here. Someone's gonna scream, "You're not showing cycling." So Samson Canada was the Canadian branch of Samson that was based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We did our work up here, exploring in Northeast BC, Central Alberta. Samson was a private oil and gas company in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we were always kind of scrutinized by the overlords in Oklahoma. So, and Oklahoma, guys, is like kind of a smaller, but it is primarily oil and gas hub for oil and gas in the States. It's kind of like Houston, Denver, Tulsa, kind of big hubs for oil and gas. So I'm assuming David P is a geologist, dude. Welcome aboard. Dude, we got to add you. We got to add you. David P, are you on the map? David P from Tulsa. Dude, so funny back in the day. This would have been like 1999. Oh, we do have David P. David, you're already on the map. Back then, internet was pretty crappy. And there was no really way to show geological presentations good. We'd have a camera set up, and I would have to put my maps and cross sections out on a table, shoot the camera straight down, and kind of like point with a pointer at my plays. A play is like a geological concept, guys. Like, here's a good well. I'm going to drill above that good well, and I'm going to just rip oil and gas away from them. David P. Okay. Call the Wild. Okay, that's a great book. Oh, dude, got to catch up. Yeah, it's Never Cry Wolf, Farley. Dude, I got to read that again now. Dude, I like to catch up on books I've read before on vacation, so I'm getting my list ready right now in my brain. Willem, my bands, Pink Floyd, Bad Company, Nazareth, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, GNR, dude, right there, The Proclaimers Live, Journey, fantastic, REM, Collective Soul, dude, they're in Calgary on July 30th. I've seen them before. Collective Soul, banger band. Banger. Justin, 3D geological modeling is amazing now. Dude, absolutely. I know there was someone making fun of me a while ago, and rightfully so. Always make fun of Colin because I was ranting about data centers. And he goes, well, that's kind of funny because everything you do is tech-based here. Dude, I've used so much tech in the past. You know, landing horizontal wells. You drill them straight down, and at some point, the zone is way down here. You got to calculate when to start kicking off to basically land it like a plane in the zone, right? And then you got to steer it in the zone underground, keeping track of where it is with your geological formations. Some of the zones I was drilling, mine were real skinny ones, 2 and 3 meters thick. And I got to stay in that zone with the well bore. You go out of the well bore, you're out of the pay zone. You just lost the company money. Uh, urine luck. I throw urine for a living. Dude, right this way. We love urine therapy. Charles Pester, Americans never see minus 40. Of course, we are cooler. Yeah, dude, we haven't seen it that bad recently, and I think last winter was pretty mild. Even out where I am in the country, I only remember one night of maybe minus 31, minus 32. It didn't get brutally cold last year. Uh, Rail, I don't have any favorite bands. I listen on a song for song basis. I guess for me, Queen had the most consistent quality. Oh yeah, Finns are into metal. Yeah, all Finns do is rally, drink, and listen to metal. Lots and lots of drinking. I like that. Yeah. So we've just accused the entire country of Finland of being alcoholics. Perfect. We're sticking with it. Uh, Willem saying Queen is brilliant. No other voice gets close to Freddie's. 70 Ks to go, guys. Peloton 42 seconds behind our 4-rider breakaway. Dudes, I'll jump back into this one here. Give you the 3D look of where we're at right now. It's doing this again. I don't like that. It kind of forgets where they are. And you just do it a few times and then it starts working. We'll take you into this one. Have a little look here. Wind at the front of the race, guys, is 16K an hour. Give me 10 more K an hour. 10 more K an hour. That's when the echelons start, right at around 25K an hour. Ooh. Dude, good one. Craig. Dude, Craig, where the hell are you from again? Craig. Dude, Craig, where are you from? Craig's got a great point here, guys. I think it's funny that you can pretty much move around the entire downtown Calgary without ever going outside. Dude, awesome point. I'm going to go back here. Craig's talking about these babies right here. We call this a plus 15 in Calgary. I guess because maybe it's 15 feet off the ground. It is 5.2 meters here. We call this the plus 15 system. So you're in Calgary in a meeting. You got to go meet another company to talk about that big deal. Dudes, I'm really mad that I can't find... I'm just trying to... What, I can't go under that freaking bridge? That's another plus 15 right there. Don't take me ever back to Gander again. Just kidding. Where was Samson? It was in the Can Hunter building. Okay, dudes, that was the old name of it. I don't think it'll find it. Can Hunter building. Can Hunter, please show up. No, it won't show up. I think maybe... I gotta think about the street direction. Oh, it's right here. This is the Can Hunter Tower. Dude, a guy jumped out of this building too. I wasn't there for that. So, dude, I'll show you where I was. I'm going to pop you in the middle of the intersection. Okay, this used to be a downtown hotel, and I think they might be suites now. There used to be a restaurant down here. This is where... Okay, there's a Dollarama now. Red Arrow Buses, I think that's what that is. This was a restaurant all down here. This is where me and the two landmen, surface guy, minerals guy, would go for breakfast every day, just wasting time at work. This was the Can Hunter building. Can Hunter was an oil and gas company, very successful. Samson was somewhere up here. I don't even know what floor it was on now. I think we had 2 floors. I was kind of a junior geologist there. I got very lucky and was pretty successful. For some reason, I can convince people to drill anything. There's a plus 15 there. I'm going to spin around. I know there's another plus 15 right here. So Calgary is connected by plus 15s all the way. You never have to go outside. Ever. There's another plus 15. Looking in this direction, no plus 15 there. So obviously you got to do some backtracking at times. It's all connected. You can look up the plus 15s. I worked down the road here in another building on this corner. I think it was that one. You can plus 15 across here. They're everywhere. They are everywhere in downtown Calgary. And what's crazier, I think there was a movie from the 90s, Canadian movie, and it was about the fact that these young people had a challenge. Who can stay inside the longest? by traversing the plus 15s. And I mean, we're talking not like for a day, I'm talking for months. I mean, it's just a movie, but you know what I'm saying. So, Craig, where are you from again, dude? I keep asking that. Keep saying, no, I never caught up. Dude, Charles is saying my sister did the Yukon by the canoe. There are some adventure tour companies. Okay, yeah, do it in the summer. You do not want to be doing the Yukon Quest in the winter, guys. David P. Yeah, had an office downtown, if I recall. Samson Resources downtown has changed a ton since then. Yeah, dude, like Samson, I don't think they've been around for 20 plus years in Calgary. I don't even know if they exist. Uh, Dude, I'm gonna do some catching up. Okay, so you're in Tulsa, so I'm gonna swing David P over to Tulsa at the end. Colin, dude, I got it right here. This is a good question by Eddie. Colin, what's a popular company in Canada known by people all around the world? Dude, Lululemon was founded in Vancouver. Pretty sure about that. Every girl in the world wears Lululemon. Delim was saying, honestly, Colin is unbiased. I've watched Colombians and Mexicans, so-called influencers, and they are so partial and toxic. Thank you, Delamar. The words that they use to minimize riders are disgusting and disgraceful. Dude, I love all the riders. I love all the riders. All superstars, all playing their roles. Peloton, 41 seconds now behind. This looks like Soren. It is Soren Baron's gold here. You can tell by his sunglasses. Strongman, long range sprinter, could be involved at the finish again today, guys. Does have his left leg bandage. He's 128 for Uno X. Sudal Alpesen on the front here. This dude here asking, Olizdan asking which map you're using. Dude, I'm using Google Maps. I got a pin map open. I got PCS. I got Tour Tracker Live. I got Wikipedia. I got the Tour de France website. I got Bike Terra. Got it all, dudes. Let's see Bike Terra for a second, guys. Here's Bike Terra. Dudes, remember this too? When I'm zoomed out, you're not getting a good look at it. So there, whichever ride I'm on. You're riding your bike in Bike Terra. You're riding inside on your Tax Neo 2T, on your Jake the Snake Kona. This is what you see. And you could change them just like this. I don't know why it's so clippy there when I look at long range from the road. And with your mouse, you can do this as you're riding. You can put pacer bots in with you. You can ride with other people. Let's jump up the road. What do you know? We got 4 riders up the road. See that building there? See that building right there? Let's jump back. Go to the Peloton, and I'm going to find you that building. It's going to be that building right there. That's it, guys. That's it. That's that building right there. They're going to cross some water here coming up. You can see the water crossing there. Let's go to the leaders. They've already passed it. So obviously you're going to see a big town coming up. Well, okay, little place. 4 riders ripping through there right now. I like to look for landmarks. And, you know, Bike Terra is constantly improving. They've improved the avatars. They've improved the buildings, making them look more... Okay, here's a water crossing, guys. We are in some place, something sur Aru, water crossing. Got a little bit of a bridge here. Okay, let's bounce back to Peloton here. Here's that same town. That building looks very much the same to me. And I can see in the distance, I can see that water crossing there on that bridge. So that's the location. So front 4 have just gone across the bridge. Peloton's now coming up to that bridge now. Remember, the data is going to jump around a bit, guys. That's all Tour de France data coming in. Looks like Campenarts. Yeah, Campenarts back at the team car, grabbing bottles for everyone. Looks like he was stuck in a weird gear there for a second. Dudes, 64 Ks to go. And rolling on, dude. Rolling on. I'm going to do some catching up here. I think I'm real. Okay, Craig's from Ottawa. Craig, I don't know if you're on the map. So Craig has obviously been to Calgary to know of our plus 15 system. Okay, let's hang out here. I know that's Montreal. There's Craig. Oh, Craig is on the map. I've already got you on the map, Craig, in Ottawa. So Craig's obviously been here for quite a bit. Thank you, Craig. Dudes, we got to catch up. We got to catch up. Dude, best was when Vanilla Ice ripped off Under Pressure and was arguing it wasn't a rip off because there was one additional. Having said that, I love that song, Vanilla Ice. I love it. I saw him in concert at the Grey Eagle. Belarus and I have felt embarrassed with the words they have used. Nationalism will always be there. However, we cannot pretend that our favorite wins every year. Yeah, dudes, I love the competition. Again, it's like I said, when people get too hung up on, dude, World Cup, World Cup. Now everyone's all about their country. I couldn't even care. Couldn't even care. Uh, dude, who's this? Casa. Good day. Greetings from Saskatoon, Canada. What? Dude, you might be our first Saskatchewanite on here. I think you are. Because Saskatchewan's been really letting me down, bro. Let's let that populate. Okay, let's do that in the background so we don't have to watch that. 38 seconds coming down now, guys. Here we go. So, yeah, we got no one. Saskatoony. I know Americans love the name Saskatoon up here. I'm just going to put Casa in here. I'm going to shorten your name, dude, for now. Casa saying greetings. Sorry about that. We got Casa up here. And Casa, where are you from originally? Your name, to me, I just want to say you're Eritrean. I'm just, dude, I don't know. Just you're from Africa originally, maybe, dude. Just guessing. I have no idea, dudes. I love Saskatoon. Really nice city. Great river running through there, dude. This is kind of like the gateway to the north in Saskatchewan. Still lots of farming, dude. You go an hour north, you're in Nowhereville up here. I'm gonna zoom in on La Ronge for. Let's do it this way, guys. Let's do it that way. Let's go back to, dude, I've been through Saskatoon so many times. Way back in the day, guys, I owned a house in Calgary, and I also owned a house up here, north of Prince Albert. I drove home every weekend. Every weekend. About an 8-hour drive. What a life that was. Yeah, so Saskatoon, dude, you can see it's got beautiful old buildings. Nice big ring road around it. You come up here, though. Ooh. Like, dude, that's the town of La Ronge. Let's just go, dude. You can see. Let's see what Birch Rapids is like. Let's have a zoom in on Birch Rapids. What do we got going on there? And there's that. That's your town of, dude. This is Birch Rapids. I think it's a fishing camp. Really, dude? Lakes everywhere up here. Everywhere. Untouched. Dude, I almost look at this and I see these long lineations in the landscape. I wonder if this is like scraping from the glaciers back in the old days. The old days. During the glaciation periods, guys. Probably that's what that is. The scraping that carved away the land, and later on it's been filled in with waters. Mississippi, there's one. Stanley Mission. One of the dog races I competed in the past went up to Stanley Mission. Not when I raced it, but it has recently. There, that's Stanley Mission right there, guys. That's it. Definitely First Nations. They love their dog sledding. I think dog sledding has seen a bit of a resurgence. Dudes, back to racing. 4 riders, 35 seconds. In fact, two riders. Weisstroffer and Kostu, the only two going now. We've lost 2 riders. Caruso and Virtue said that's enough. Mr. Smurf has said that's enough. Eddie's saying, Colin, Mads Pedersen said in an interview yesterday with Danish Post he will retire in 2029 in his hometown in Denmark. Wow, dude. Justin saying, am I anti-Edmonton? Absolutely not, dude. Dude, Oilers, Calgary, I don't care. Whatever. Dude, like, I grew up that way too, and everyone like, oh yeah, the freaking Oilers, man. Dude, I just don't take... I can respect them as a team. I can't love Calgary because I lived in Calgary. Why can't I love a team that's in Florida? Right? It's just, I think it's kind of dumb. People do it on a national level. People do it in their own state. It's kind of like college rivalry. I'm like, just let them play their sport. Enjoy the sport. Rolling on, guys. Rolling on here. Greg Wilcox is back. That building is a new data center. Greg, dude, man. Dude, Greg, you win today, dude, for saying that. You absolutely win, Greg Wilcox. Dude, that is hilarious, dude. Greg's the one that fried me on my data center talk. It's all good, guys. Aaron's asking, is the sky orange? Dude, yeah, it probably is. I've seen shots from Kamloops. So, Kamloops, where we at, guys? Kamloops is a big, not a huge city. It's in the interior BC. Guys, this is Wildfire Central right here. You do not want to be here when wildfires are going up. In fact, Lytton is the town. Okay, dudes, I gotta look it up. I've done this before. Lytton? I think it's spelled like that. Lytton, BC. There we go. This is the town that burnt to the ground in 2021, I believe it was. Remember, we talked about it, guys. They had a temperature of 49 degrees Celsius, which is like, I think, like 128 Fahrenheit or something like that. So when you think it's always cold in Canada, absolutely not. I would say the hottest temperatures in Canada are always over here, central interior BC. I think it's the heat that sneaks up from Washington. Damn you, Washington. It sneaks up here, fires. It's very, very hot through Kelowna, Peachland here, Soyuz. Love it. This is vacation country here. You just don't want to be here when there's fires. And there's fires every year. There's fires kicking off. Kamloops is orange right now. Um, Rail saying Vanilla Ice's movie Cold as Ice is the best, worst movie. Dude, I'm watching it today. Watching it today. Joe's saying you're on my map. What? I'm on Joe's map. Rail saying do not mention data centers to call him, please. Okay. Oh, look at this. Johnny saying Thor Hushoft is being interviewed and said Varenskold is getting a jet ski from him if he wins another stage. Dude, yes. Dude, I would love to see that. Gaps 49 seconds, so it's pulled out a little bit again here now. Eddie's asking, Colin, you ever participate? Yes, dude. Eddie, I've raced on Zwift. Probably did more racing on Ruby. And I've even participated in a couple of races on Bike Terra. And you know what? There's video footage of it somewhere on my channel. I think I told someone one day, so guys, my Discord, the Team GRC Discord, I created it. It's mine. It's mine. I'm the only. I can shut it down today if I want. It's getting pretty big, that Discord, and it's funny because there's a lot of people there that don't. Bro, don't you know who I am? One of those, I guess, is what I'm having in my brain right now. Showing 2019 Dylan Groenewegen winning the sprint into the same place today. Groenewegen coming in here hot into Chalon sur Sion. We're finishing in the same town. Not sure if the sprint finishes exactly the same. Dylan Groenewegen, nice dude. Dude, that's like 7 years ago. The Visma rider. I'll have to look at that again then. Was Groenewegen on Visma for a while? Maybe. Lots of data centers in Canada. Just put them all up north in the tundra. That's where they need them. Put them in the tundra. People up there need jobs more than we do. Crosswinds a no-go for now. Back of the pylon, closing up again on the front. Dudes, yeah, weather forecast again. Yeah, see the wind speeds way down. They had over 20 before, but still gusting to 20. And they changed the direction too. Okay, guys, we've had no echelon action here at the race yet. Caruso and Virtue have Nevin Kopp at the peloton. We're at 49 seconds. Dudes, we're a long way to go, and I need another break natural. So I'm going to catch up. Johnny hates influencers posers. Me too. Okay, I'm going to move on. Nestor from the Philippines. Okay. Dave saying Canada is a true mosaic. HNIC Punjabi. I can eat authentic Mexican, Filipino, Jamaican, and other foods within a 1-1 walk from town. Yeah, Toronto is really all cultures, guys. It really is. Polka dots. This is Jonas getting a full bike swap here, guys. Jonas getting a bike swap. Bottle hanging in his mouth. Okay, Jonas, get clicked in. Oh, Blair Witch. Why are we talking about the Blair Witch? Blair Witch. Okay, dude's catching up. Charleston agreed. Immigration is great as it opens up your taste buds. When I was a kid, it was pizza or Chinese. That's all you could get. Now it's everything. Dude, I know. Dude, I've got a hankering for some shawarma. A huge shawarma that you can't. They give you so much food, and it's everything. Everything. Placido, so much appreciated that you're showing our country to the world. I live in the Bay of Fundy, highest tide in the world, guys. Dude, right here. I just said it. He says, talk to them about the highest tide variation in the world. Bay of Fundy, guys. Dudes, and some of this stuff, like I just know a little bit about. Bay of Fundy, it's got a 60-foot tide. Why don't I actually search it? So I give you the exact location. Bay of Fundy. Yeah, sorry about the wildfire smoke, guys. Can't help it. Just blame it on me. Blame it on Colin. Blame it on Canada. So this is the Bay of Fundy with a 60-foot tidal shift. Allegedly from the moon. Allegedly. Yeah, of course. Bay of Fundy there. This is all fishing central, guys. You find... Dudes, like, I love looking at stuff like this. You know, here's New Brunswick. Here's Maine. It's all the same. It's all the same, guys. There's all these dudes here in Maine speaking French. Guaranteed there is. And they've anglicized their last names to fit in better. I saw a whole logging show about it way back when. Visma, this is Jonas with two of his teammates here. Bridging back on. It's Affini, Campanarts, and Jonas and Vingago going to be bridging back on. 1 minute 12 seconds to Jonas. Dudes, yeah, Jonas has got a bit of work to do. He's got to make up 30 seconds here now. Moving along quite nice. They've got, looks like the Bahrain Victorious car is giving them some assistance. Yeah, I watched a logging show here years ago. Like, this Allagash Wilderness Waterway, there's nothing out here. Nothing. And the dudes on the show, yeah, they had a weird accent. I'm like, oh, you're Frenchies. So their family probably came across the border at some point. Dude, go check out Quebec City. Dude, it's just amazing. I found my old pictures, dudes. I'm going to flip it on you. I'm going to try to see where the race went. I don't know. Here, I'm just going to plonk you in here. Okay, so this doesn't show you the city very well, does it? Probably down here somewhere. I think right down here somewhere. Yeah, dude, this is Quebec City. This is Quebec City, guys. Dude, I ain't French. I can barely speak French, but I would learn French just to hang out here all the time. Yeah, dude. It's so good. So good. Go visit Quebec City, guys. Another fantastic part of Canada. Yeah, Placido, dude. Love the Bay of Fundy. Dude, I'm going to do some research on it tonight. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. Mr. DiBiase, is there a set amount of time someone can ride behind a car? Dude, I think they just keep an eye on it. It depends on the race situation. So, like, Jonas had a mechanical. They're going to look away for a little bit. Like, yeah, dude, okay, you're fine. And then when they get caught, they do this. They bounce to the next car, ride there for a while. Okay, that was 30 seconds there. Let's move to the next one. If you're behind your team car all the way, getting dragged back to the front, they're going to say, nah. You could probably surf other cars more than you can surf your own. Weisstroffer cost you out front 40 seconds to the main peloton. Jonas still has 20 seconds to make up here. I am the data center. I am. Yeah, so you're the guy that says, don't you know who the cops are? Dudes, like, yeah, so I used to be so heavily involved in my Discord. Now I just kind of pop in and go, is everyone playing nice? Okay, looks good. I don't really bother with it much anymore. And now I have the Inside Cycling World Discord, and it's not very busy. Yeah, Eddie's saying Maryland Classic being canceled. Our cycling future having a tour in the USA in doubt. Dude, they could easily make the Tour of California successful. They want to do that one. Oh, Patty Sunning, he was on Green Edge. Where was Dylan before? No, Dylan was with... Okay, I gotta look it up. He should be easy to find. Groen and Vegan. Spelling dialed in, guys. Unibet Rose Rockets 2-year plan. Good catch by them to get him. Team Jaco Alula, Team Bike Exchange. He was on Visma. So that win I watched in 2019, That replay was Team Jumbo Visma. Team Lotto, NL Jumbo. Yeah. 2016 he went pro, so he's been a pro now for 11 years. He's been world tour for one world tour in 2016. He's now riding for pro team Unibet Rose Rockets. Looking at some weird old factory here. I wonder what this is for. Dudes, 35 seconds. Still 50Ks to go. Phase 2 kicking off soon, guys. I think phase 2 is going to be kicking off right around kilometer 140, where we start climbing. They're going to try to shred the peloton there. Rail was saying some years ago, I heard the 2030 tour could start in Quebec. Ooh, dude, that'd be a tough one. I wonder how they would do that. They'd have to have a day off because they got to fly so far. Okay. Charles, Indian food and I have a special relationship. I love it. It doesn't love me. Dude, I love Indian food. So many vegetarian options. Not that I'm a vegetarian, but I just like the option. And just the flavors. Uh yeah, Aaron saying here, it seems the judges use the cause of the delay, crash, mechanical, the timing in the race, and yes, the GC time and prestige of the racer. Quebec City, the only walled medieval city in North America. Delaware saying, Colin, please do not begin with accents. You are embarrassing me. Uh, oh, Eddie wants to know about. Okay, dude, Eddie, I'll get that dialed up for tomorrow. Uh, Dude, I'm not really sure where it is, but they use a lot of the route of the Montreal race, but they've extended it too. Like it's really extended. It's not like what's Montreal? Montreal's like 14 laps of the same course. They're not doing that. They do use some of the same climbs though. Dylan started at Yumbo. Okay. Ah, yes, Roompot. So you would have known that was, I think, a Conti team. Replay here. Weisstroffer going solo, guys. Weisstroffer said, enough, dude. You're not working hard enough for me. I'm going. Dudes, Weisstroffer, Mr. Combative Award. Ooh, doing a 180 turn here around this bridge. Looks like a little tiny bridge that they do one of these two. Little through the canal here. Mr. DiBiase, I love how much I learn here. It's one thing to Google a question, but I get so much insight from people who have been cycling fans for years. I'm like a kid in a barbershop. Thank you all. Dude, me too. Dude, I learn something every day from you guys. Yeah, when Groenewegen started, he was sprinting against Kittel and Cavendish. Yeah, dude, exactly. Marcel Kittel. Uh, okay, yeah, it was walled city due to the wars with the English. And yeah, New France ended on the plains of Abraham. We've seen that on Google Maps, guys. I'll show you that here quickly. The plains of Abraham. Abraham. That's this here. They got one of those star citadels here, whatever you call it, the Citadel of Quebec. This is the plains of Abraham. Dude, I was listening to an audiobook. Dude, I'm fascinated by viruses. You should see the sweat pouring off of Weisstroffer. I'm fascinated by viruses and plagues. I'm re-listening to a book, and they talked about way back when, dude, I think it said Benedict Arnold led a force of something like 8,000 US soldiers into Canada, up to Quebec, and like 6,000 of those dudes died. So the US could have controlled that if it wasn't for smallpox. Rough numbers, guys, rough numbers. Yeah, that stopped their invasion. Smallpox. What did it say too? In the 19th century, which would have been the 1800s, it said 300 million people died in that century from smallpox alone. 300 million people. Yeah, that's insane. Apparently, that disease doesn't exist anymore. I think it does. It does exist. Yeah, Weisstroffer saying to cost you, you go too slow. He's gone. Johnny saying went to a nudie bar in Montreal. Yeah, dude, in Montreal, there's strip clubs everywhere. Uh, yeah, dude, I take away things from this stream every day. I'm like, I gotta research this. I gotta research this. But then I kind of forget about it. Like right after this, dudes, when we're done, I'm going to work. This job ends, the next one starts, and I can't talk to anyone for a while because I kind of talk in this pace. It's too much. I hear myself. Dalimar, Colin, be truthful. Your favorite food is uncooked sushi. Yeah, I know. Actually, I was at the grocery store yesterday and I saw some smoked salmon sushi. I'm like, well, maybe I would consider that. It's got to be cooked or smoked. Dude, I caught up. Um, yeah, I caught up, dudes. So, dudes, this is the status right now. We got a 42-second gap from the front to the peloton. I'm going to put you on the 3D map and see what this looks like. There we go. It's Vice Straw for solo. 44 seconds the same back to our GC peloton. I'm just going to put the map like that. It'll just follow along. Dudes, nature break number 2, 3 cups of coffee in, but I am in the pipe 5x5. Let's get it. When we come back, 709er time, guys. Coming in unannounced. All right, dudes. Hope you guys got to hear the random background ambiance of the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. I almost forgot what I was saying there. Oh my, Flocky. Come on, bro. Everyone should try jellied eels or pine. Come on, dude. Jellied eels. Come on. Dudes, we're still sitting at 45 seconds vice drop to the peloton. Dude's average pace right now, 48.1 kilometers an hour. Okay, let's do a little bit of jumping around, guys. Let's take a look at tomorrow's stage. We get out of these flat, sprinty stages, gonna start getting interested, and it's a Friday. It's gonna be a banger here over at Inside Cycling World. A lot of people are off on the Fridays, especially during the Tour de France. We start getting back into the tough stuff. Here's our profile for tomorrow, stage 13. Sprint point pretty far late in, uphill all the way. False flatty up for the first 130 kilometers. Then we take on the Col des Croix. It's 5.1 kilometers at 4.8% gradient. Nothing too brutal. But then we hit the Ballon d'Alsace, an OG classic at the Tour de France. These are the original hill climbs they did way back in 1903, 1904. These were the big climbs. And it is a tough one. It's 9.1 kilometers at almost 7% gradient. Dudes, breakaway specialists would be looking to hit this thing first, get over the top, and run and escape. So that's going to be pretty exciting tomorrow. Dudes, I'm going to catch one text message here from one of the tenants. Okay, just dudes, let me just do this quick. I know he was a cut, blah blah blah. Can you please advise? Uh, fridge. Sorry, guys. I gotta do this quick. This morning, toilet repair tomorrow. Here, I'm just going to send it to her. Oops. Okay, we're back. We're back, guys. I'm going to send one more out as well. Wow, I got so many messages, dudes. So many. Ooh. Okay, we're going to finish with that. Dudes, I hate when I get quiet. I hate when I get quiet. Dudes, I got to get some kind of power source here for this phone. I'm just trying to figure out my setup here because the phone just dies the whole time. Vice for out front. Will my battery make it today? Will we make it? Oh, yeah. We got 47% juice left. Oh, juice. Uh, let's see. Jellied eels, no. No. Team Picnic Post NL radio. We know we've got a good chance today, boys, but we have to do it right. We can't be lazy. We have to have focus. So come on, get tight. In 1.5 hours, you're finished. So come on, be together, and we push for these key moments. Dude, I'm going to start using that all the time. Let's get tight. Bro, let's get tight. I'm just imagining some Dutch guy talking, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a translation or that's what he's actually saying. Let's get tight. Never said that in my life before. Bro, let's get tight. Well, we're using it every day from now on here. Jellied eels feels very English. Dinner from the Thames in the worst way. Yeah, dude, I'm passing hard. We got GHA 1970 saying H. Bro, where you from? Let us know. Dude, escargot, never had it. Dude, if it kind of looks weird, I'm not eating it. Just gonna say, and I hate to insult anyone that loves escargot or jellied eels, but if it looks kind of weird, not eating it. Colin's taste buds. I have an aversion for what I think is weird. May not be weird to you, but it's weird to me. Um, okay, one more, guys. One more. I'll call you soon. Uh, Busy right now. Okay. Okay, done. Done that. Yeah, dude, I sent a message out yesterday. They didn't get back to me till like past 10. We can do the maintenance on the house at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, call. I'm like, I got to give them a little bit of heads up. And most of the time, guys, you got to give 24 hours notice. These aren't the kind of people that want, I could go up to the door and knock on the door. Hey, guys, come on in, Colin. Let's have a coffee. They're those kinds of people. I have a good relationship with them. But I still want to give them some notice. Like, I don't know what their plans are today. They could be watching my channel. Like, come on. This is where you should be, guys. Watch the channel. Um, uh, okay, so Aaron St. Colin et al. Check out Fallow episode on English pies. You can see pie made with jelly eels. Yeah, dude, I'm never eating jelly eels. I would rather, yeah, I'm going cannibal at that point versus jelly eels. Jellied. I'm not eating jellied anything. Dude, exactly. Escargot means you like butter and garlic. Dude, just throw a glob of, uh, I don't know, plastic in there. Put butter and garlic on it. You could probably eat it, right? Okay. Charles is saying escargot is a winner, but I think the batch of butter and garlic is the key. Yeah, dude. What would it taste like without butter and garlic? Would you eat it? Colin's work getting in the way of his hobby. Yeah, dude, totally. GHA, what excitement it was. I drove from my front doors through the back roads as if my life depended on it. Got off the car, got my camera, and the whole peloton passed. Dude, this guy was there. My holiday home in Lucy. We were there earlier today, weren't we? Yeah, we were. Dude, who are you? Who is GHA? So he says holiday home. I got to think this guy's from the UK using that term holiday home. Do you wear a top or do you wear a shirt? Do you have a jumper? A jumper. Ah, very UK. And I'm allowed to ask these questions because I'm originally from the UK. Just something we say here, guys. If you don't get my drift, you don't get my drift. When you want to ask something that might be a bit inappropriate, you always got to drop, my uncle was from China. You know, you say that. Whether it's true or not, I just say that now. Rail, I've had California rolls, which is hardly sushi. I've never had raw fish. What about black pudding or haggis? So, dude, yeah, yeah, I don't even know what black pudding is. I think it's like some kind of liquefied meat mash or something. Uh, yeah, black pudding. What about blood pudding? Is it the same? Haggis? I think haggis is banned in the States. I think it's banned in the States, I believe, for some reason. Dude, let's get tight. Let's get tight. Aaron saying, do not be lazy and get tight could have been an order from the boss in the Montreal Strip Club. Gonzo went to back. Exactly. Dalimar does not even consume carbs. Therefore, I only order certain foods, and my husband, whatever. The chef knows us well. He's amazing. This is the food channel now, guys. We do it all here. You're going to learn something every day here. I see we haven't been infiltrated by all the other channels that got shut down today, so I think we're pretty chilly for now. Yesterday, guys, that was absolutely insane in the channel at the end. All the questions over and over. And when that happens again, just go on hard pass. Hard pass, hard ignore. I can only explain myself so many times. You guys can fry them alive if you want. Much appreciated if you do. Railson, I guess Weisstroffer is working hard for a better contract. Otherwise, there's no reason to ride so hard at the front. TV time, yeah. Dude, he's showing off what he can do. Showing off what he can do. Black pudding, good in a full English breakfast. Haggis acquired taste after starving after a 100-kilometer ride. I love biltong. What is biltong? Who is biltong? Yep, garlic and butter. Patty prefers Polish blood sausage. Hmm. I wonder what gross French food Baptiste Weisstroffer offers. Likes could be Jasper. It is Jasper. I was just gonna say, just his build, his style. Like Jasper Phillipson just had a mechanical guys. He's gonna have to race his way back on now. Got the Total Energy cars going by, race director's car going by too. Sitting right on the motor, that motor's gonna pull him right back to the front, guys. Motor pacing in the modern racing. Craig, originally from the UK, also lived in Canada for 20 years now. Dude, nice. Dude, you know what's funny? Last year, I wonder if that dude will ever come back. There was a dude last year who messaged me out of the blue. I'm gonna find the messages somewhere. And dude, like it's like our lives cross paths. He was from the UK, born a couple years after me, better looking than me. Uh, I think his family. I think he went the opposite. I went to South Africa. He came from South Africa, went to the UK. We both ended up in Calgary. He says, and guess what? My dad was an engineer in oil and gas. And then I mentioned where my mom lived, and he's like, dude, I don't, yeah, it's happening. It's happening again, guys. So this dude just randomly, and I think he's gone back to the UK now. I mentioned how my mom lived in Deer Run. Where's my mom's house? Mom, where'd you live? Deer Run Road. Kind of thinking, okay, that's that little dude. It looks like it's changed. I honestly I can't tell her. Anyways, dudes, my mom lived in Deer Run. I mentioned it. This dude must have listened to every second of the video. He says, dude, we lived in Queensland, right here. He said, I lived in the next community to you. My dad was in oil and gas. I think he'd gone back to UK and he goes, I'll always remember my time growing up in Calgary, playing hockey, ice skating, all that kind of stuff. So, dude, I wonder where that guy is now. Kind of crazy. I meet a lot of people on here, guys. And everyone, send me messages. Send me messages, guys. Charles saying, Dave and I will probably have to do a food tour of Calgary. Yes. Delimar saying in Puerto Rico, I used to eat fresh fish. Then my mom cooked it. No hormones, no antibiotics. Bacon also improves most things, like butter and garlic and savory cooking. Bacon can even work in the dessert world. Velisol, you're on my side. Velisol, we're thinking the same. Haggis should be banned everywhere. Dude, I think I've had that. Bacon on donuts. Surprisingly good. Yeah, tripe. Why would you want to eat tripe? I think a tripe is something, and anyone that eats it, yeah, whatever. Uh, isn't tripe something that you eat when you're starving to death? Like that's my kind of thinking. Dude, some bad road furniture here. Lots of crowds out here. Peloton pretty much blockading the front of the road here. Baptiste 41 seconds up the road. Looks like Jasper's still working his way back on right now. Rebel Boar out here gets a nice sticky bottle, accelerates from Jasper there, right past the race official's car. That was pretty sticky. Deep fried Mars bars in Scotland. Really? Dude, I think you can deep fry anything. Uh yeah, tripe must be soaked. Okay, yeah. Let's what's isn't tripe like the intestines or the fat or something weird? It's the intestines, I think. Charles is saying, I will say this chat is absolutely fantastic this morning. Niels Berglund, biltong is a South African delicacy. Niels, where are you from, dude? Are you from South Africa? We can add you to the map right now. Niels, do you need. Well, okay, dude. Can I ask to put your name on the map? I don't think you need your name on the map. What is biltong? It's going to be something like, yeah, man, you take this animal that's rotted in the wilds for like 6 weeks, to get it really stinky, and then you ferment it, served with sides of onions, garlic, 1 pound of butter to drown the taste out. Quinn Simmons on the move, guys. Quinn's on the move. NSN's trying to go with him. Quinn's going. Sudal. Looks like 3 riders from NSN here. Quinn's doing some work, guys. Let's learn about biltong. Never heard of that word in my life. I'm desperate to know what biltong is. I need a full description. Oh, Neil's saying biltong similar to beef jerky. Perfect then. Dude, I could eat that every day. But when you say similar, what do you mean? What do you mean by similar? Dalimar, has anyone tried foie gras from France? That's a delicacy there. That's the goo that comes out of a duck's liver or something like that. Dude, I think there's places in the world that's banned now. I think it's banned in the US. You're not allowed to have it anymore. Isn't that what it is, foie gras? I think. Uh, Patty's saying the Yanks are lightweight haggis is only a sheep's stomach and some delicious oatmeal. Yeah, dude, they don't do it right. They do not do it the proper way. Biltong is South African, dried meat. Closest you know is jerky. Should know it if ever been to South Africa. Okay. Oh, dude, Mr. DiBiase, Aaron, you're killing me with the maple donuts. I have to work out after this and take protein after. I'm not eating food until after 12 p.m. Dude, Mr. DiBiase, are you fasting? Let us know. Fasting, great way to lose weight, guys. Dudes, we got splits in the front of the peloton now. It's 12 seconds. This is all initiated by Quinn Simmons and NSN doing a lot of work too. Riders skedaddling out of the peloton now. They're trying to get in this break. Weisstroffer will be caught immediately. Vashik pulling on the front of this group here, guys. There's at least 10 riders in this group here. Going through a feed. Bottles and musettes here if they want them. Weisstroffer getting picked up, grabs his bottle. Let's see what happens when they go by. Bro, they're like, dude, you're killing it. Weisstroffer's having a nice little look back. Dude, he passes an ice pack to his teammate right away. Passes an ice pack to a teammate going by on the fly. Who was that? Maybe that was Hubart's. Or Van Eetvelt, maybe. Just waiting for all the riders to show up here now. Let's see that. Who was that? Okay, Berkmos is there. Like, what a teammate. I'll go over to the side. I'll grab you an ice pack, and as you're going by, I'm going to pass it off to you. There might have been full radio communication. Like, dude, we need you to go over there. Go over there. Weisstroffer slots into this group. I hope he hangs on. So we've got 20 plus riders out the front. Looks like we got at least 15 in a secondary group behind them. They're not showing it, guys. There is a front group. Now they're showing it. 15 in the front group, 10 in the second group. Peloton in total only 15 seconds back though. Ghana's in this front group, guys. Ghana's up here. I'll get a list of riders here. Vashik, Moro Schmidt, Berkmos, Robert Stannard, Alex Kirsch, Perstrand, Filippo Ganna, George Steinhauser, Fred Wright, Dan Houle, Baptiste Weisstroffer, Robbie Dont, I think it's Tim Marsman, Louis Askey, and Davide Ballerini in that front group, guys. Secondary group trying to get across. See, the peloton is getting pretty pointy. They're like, okay, dudes, let's get too big up front here. Dude, phase 2 kicked off right at the 140. I swear, phase 2 kicked off right at 140. That climb, that's where Quinn Simmons went. That's where he went, guys. Bang. Phase 2 kicked off. There it is. Looking for my water bottle. Willa makes biltong. Rails asking what the heck is foie gras, dude? I think it's duck liver goo, something like that. Yeah, it's duck liver, liquefied. Dave's been called full of tripe. Yeah, dudes, I think it's not allowed over here anymore. Is that right? Goose liver pate is what Drew's saying it. Yeah, dude, it's not something like, dude, to me, weird. Not eating it. I'm pretty much plain foods. I like spicy foods. I like spicy, and I also like spicy. I like hot spicy. I like just spicy. Yep, Captain America in the mix, guys. Vashik's up here, and I'm just gonna see where Quinn is right now. I'm gonna stare at the screen here. Okay, so Quinn's not in the front group anymore. It's Vashik, Ghana, decathlon rider there. That must be Burkmos there. So it's busted up. Weisstroffer's probably in the secondary group. Look at this here now. I want to get this refreshed. They're saying he's here. They're saying only 14 riders left in the front group here. And here they come, guys. Yeah, Quinn just went back, grabbed a bottle here, poured it right over his head. Remember, it is 32 degrees out there. Weather during the race right now, guys. Oh, it's cooled off. It was 32 at the start. We're down to 27 degrees now. Winds at about 15k an hour. Are they forecasting rain still? Clouds. Yeah, there was rain earlier. We did see a tiny bit of rain. Looks like we're not getting that nasty weather we wanted for some crosswind action. So they're just going to accelerate and try to bust this race up. Simmons ate his goose liver pate terrine last night. Yeah, dude, not eating that. Tripe is the stomach of an animal. Yeah, dude, that's what you eat when you're starving to death. And okay, if you eat it, great. That's when I eat it. That's when I'm like Never Cry Wolf. I'm in Farley Mowat's Tundra book. I'm hoping someone reads the book quick and gives me an update. I need a full detailed breakdown review of the book before I get to reading it again. Oh, dude, right here. If you've ever had any sausage, you probably had pork intestines, as they are the traditional casings. Dude, I love a good sausage. Love a good sausage. Love a good smoky. Jamaican delicacy Aki. Dave, what is Aki? AKI. It's banned. Colin, any weird food you would ever eat? Dude, I don't really eat weird foods. I kind of... Yeah, I like spicy, but I'm kind of bland. Yeah, Aaron, totally. Powerhouse mini break here. Perstrand, Hagenet, Matthias Vashik, Steinhauser, Dan Hool, TT guy. Dude, we got two incredible... Dude, we got three TT beasts in here. We got Dan Hool. We got Filippo Ganna. We have Mauro Schmidt. All probably TT champions. Was Dan Hool a TT champion? Yeah, National Dutch Individual Time Trial Champion 2025 and 2024. So, dude, just put him, Ganna, and Mauro Schmidt on the front. Schmidt being the Swiss individual time trial champion from 2 years ago. Why would they not show that? Because he is. I know he is. Okay, I guess they don't think he deserves that. So this year, he was only 5th in the National Time Trial Championships in Switzerland. But yeah, the guy's a very good time trialist. Put those three in the front. Rock and roll, guys. Just get Ganna up there. Charles, if you want good beef jerky, aka biltong, do a road trip south of Calgary to Longview. Where's Longview? That commercial? Yeah, that's right. Longview has good beef jerky. Delimar's saying that her taste buds have changed completely after her diagnosis with epilepsy. Kind of weird, right? How is that connected? Very strange. Yeah, phase two, bang bang time, dude. Ghana, roll, roll, brother, roll. That's what I want to see, dudes. We're currently at 28.5 Ks to go, winding down now, dudes. It's 8:51 in the morning for me. We've been live streaming for wow, 3 hours almost. Yeah, dudes, I've never had any roadkill. Uh, Eddie's asking how many months until road race cycling calendar under UCI ends this year. Dude, I think you're asking what's the last World Tour race? It'll be the Tour of Guangxi or in Lombardia. It'll be one of those two. So next World Tour, you can see here, Tour of Guangxi doesn't start till October 13th. It should be 5 stages. Tour of Guangxi, 6 stages this year. So that's the last World Tour race of the year. At the same time, guys, that's virtually the start of CX season, where the big CX racers are starting to come out. So, dudes, I'll be doing all those too. Love it. First thing in the morning. Uh, Joe's saying, sorry, I missed your calls. Data center advice discussion. Yeah, dude, it's just me rambling. Rail's asking, why is the Peloton splitting? The attacks, dude. The attacks by Quinn. He set it all up. Uh, Dude, there's tons. There's tons of races after this. Pro Series races. Dudes, the big ones I'm thinking will be Tour of Poland. So, guys, we finished this. We got 9 days of the women racing, Tour de France. Then San Sebastian Classic, off top of my head, August 1. We've also got the Tour of Poland. It starts August 3rd. We've also got Burgos, Tour of Burgos. What do they call it? Vuelta a Burgos. We've got that. That leads right into La Vuelta, another 3-week race, which takes us right into September. In September, we have all the autumnal classics, all the fall races that Mark Hershey likes to come out and race at. Isaac Del Toro was the champion last year, I think, of the fall races. They track that too. They're all one-day races all over mostly Italy. Then we'll have Il Lombardia, the last monument of the year. That's October. Tour of Guangxi. Don't forget GP Quebec, GP Montreal in September. World Championships. Dude, there's tons. There's tons coming up. Ghana on the front, guys. Ghana on the front. Let's do this. See if this will work this time. It is working. That's our break, dudes. 14 riders. Maybe less than 10-second gap here. Aaron saying squirrel pot pie, not uncommon in hunting areas. Yeah, hard pass. Hard pass, dude. Yeah. Uh, Johnny had to go for a bit. He's back. Yeah, dude, I can't show the video just because it'll my ugly copyright struck. Just like all the other guys that are stealing it. I don't steal it. I pay to watch it here, dude. And then do my commentary, tell you what's going on, show you some maps, show you some data from the data center. Thank you, data center. Thank you. Rail, I'm way out of my depth here. I'm mostly a vegetarian, not a fan of meat. And I'm generally culinary uncultured. Dude, Rail, exactly like me. Exactly like me. I don't eat a lot of meat either, dude. Like, not a lot. Like, I just, not that I have anything wrong with it, just don't eat it. Patty Dunn, I managed to pee. Oh, yeah, the heavy squats. Patty, what's the PB for the heavy squats? Patty, do you ride? Do you ride like regularly or are you more into weights? Yep, SBS Australia is free if you have a VPN like NordVPN. You have to have it to sign up if there's any charge, but you got to pay for the VPN, right? That's the thing. I think there was one Joey got one time, and Dave sending me some pictures here. I guess 3 riders on the front here, dudes. Dialing it back. I think they just pulled it all back. You can see the Peloton's all one now. Dave sent me Aki, the Jamaican national dish. Dude, I'll have to look that up. I have no idea what it is in a bit. All brought back. One rider for Jayco trying to go again. So the attackers are calling. This is 30 seconds ago. Jayco rider says, "Now I'm gonna try again." Quinn sitting on the front with Pedersen's up there too. There is an attack by Lidl Trek here, trying to jump on the Jayco rider. Jonas right at the front too. 23 kilometers per minute. Jonas sitting right on the front. Interesting. Visma up there. Oh, okay. I'm now seeing Poggy in the background here. Yeah, so there's places you can watch it for free, but the VPNs aren't free. So you got to pay monthly for the VPN. Joey did it. She wanted to see a crime show. I think she was paying $40 a month for the VPN. Okay. Oh yeah, some people eat frogs. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat that either. That's starvation food for me. Oh, dude, I'd love to see Ghana go on a tear. Lidl Truck Rider goes. Here comes NSN Rider here. Dude, it's on. It's going to be massive to the finisher. 65, 70K an hour on this downhill segment here. You can see we're bombing downhill before we take on the final category 4 climb of the day. Climb, bump in the road. It's a one-pointer. 2 riders just slightly ahead of the peloton here. Hard left-hand bend. Hurry hard. Stay upright. No wheels touching. No whammies. We're through, guys. We are through. Gonna keep going on. Oh, Dave's saying it's a fruit that sort of looks like well-made scrambled eggs. Okay, man. Why is it banned? Mr. DiBiase, not fasting, just sticking to a program. I try to have all my meals consumed by 6 p.m. at the latest. Dude, you don't want to be throwing the carbs in there late at night. You want to get yourself depleted before you go to sleep for additional calorie burn. Is that it? I think that's what you're doing. Yeah, guys, don't eat late at night. Don't eat late at night. Go to bed hungry. And when I did a lot of kind of attack by Derek G saying, 2 Trek riders going through it. Kofidis is reacting right now, dudes. On the climb here now. Riders going. String of probably 9-10 riders trying to get away from peloton. 2 are the last rider just to jump. Tom Scoins is in 3rd on the road there. Derek G looks like he's leading. Kofidis rider goes right around them. Oh, yeah, he swings to the right. Yeah, he is passing everyone. Not sure who that is. The long helicopter shot here, guys. Attacked by Movistar coming. A Jayco rider trying to get out of the peloton too. And we got a mechanical here for Ghana. Ghana has to do a full bike change on the climb, guys. Like, come on, dudes. Thought it might be a Ghana chance. Vashik is also a truck. All those guys are big trucks. Dudes, I'm going to catch up a little bit here. Dudes, it's all changed again now. There's a group of maybe 9-10 trying to get away, but the peloton's way, way too close. Actually, seeing here, guys, I just noticed now Matteo Jorgensen is out the back. It's saying he's 109 back. Is that real? Is that real? Guys, all back. Yeah. Dude, it's like 5-10 meters separating them. Puncture for Ghana. Yep, they're showing up now. And dropped riders. Ooh, Leonard Van Belt. Jorgensen cost you, who was in the break. Luke Platt for Jayco, Joel Nicola for Caja Rural, Ala Philippe has had a couple rough days, and Korn for Sudal and Weisstroffer. Okay, that makes sense. In the break all day. Quinn attacks again. Quinn, Total Energies, Kofidis, huge reaction coming here. Willem saying his battery's nearly flat. Mark Hogan, my dream to be in Paris on the last day of the tour to salute all the riders as they ride past me. You are aces in my book if you can finish this race. Absolutely, dude. Monkey brains, although popular in Cantonese cuisine, are not on the menu at the Emerson House. Absolutely not, dude. No, I don't eat any weird food. I definitely don't eat monkeys. Oh yeah, the hotels at the end in Paris, dude. Hotels, I think, in Paris are brutal all the time. 700 meters to go on the climb here, guys. Quinn Simmons leading. Going to try to get you an idea of who's up here. They're showing as in a complete peloton. It is really 5% gradient here. This is all for 1 point. They just want to be over the top first and hope the peloton just takes a little bit of a breather. There is a bit of a gap. Ooh, American flag almost gets flipped in Quinn's face. He actually put his hand out like, stop it. Quinn didn't like that. Yeah, dude, it's going to be a great finish here. Drew saying way back in 95, he watched Big Mig take his 5th Tour de France, 1995. Kelly's asking, is Binion dropped? I'll get... Binion's not in any further back groups. Peloton's at 4 seconds. Ganna's riding solo. 8 riders at the back. Binyam will be with the Peloton right now. They're all there. So, dudes, surprisingly, all these sprinters have hung on today. I thought it might be a little tough for them, but they're all working super hard. See what happens if any have dropped out in a couple of minutes here. Dude, it is windy. No doubt it's windy here at the finish. You can see things flying around across the camera screen here. Visma on the front, Red Bull in front, an attack here coming out the front right now at the top. There was just an attack over the top there. We got Nick here. Nick Hamill, I believe it is. What are your predictions for the rest of the stage? Dude, all out Watts Fest. All out Watts Fest. Sprint teams turning it up. There will be a flurry of attacks. There's going to be guys trying to go. In fact, right now there's about 10 riders. Let's see the break. Maybe 30, 40 meters. Quinn Simmons in that break. The teams further back. Dude, yeah, here it is right here. Oh, dude, no, even better, dude. On the replay, Quinn Simmons reaches over to some dude on the side of the road with the American flag. Hi, dude, gives him a hand slap. Gives him a hand slap. Like he kind of went over to the left side. Dude, freeze on, full effect right now, guys. I'm full effect freeze on right now. Look it up if you don't believe me. It's like kind of an overwhelming reaction to music, emotion. Basically, you get goosebumps all the time. Yeah, dude, he rolled over, slapped the guy's hand. Like, yeah, dude, love you. Love it. Dude, there's going to be a flurry of attacks. Sprint trains will be lining up. Gregoire on the front, guys. That was who attacked over the top. He is the French champion. Dude, they're all brought back. Looks like Simmons, Gregoire, and I want to say Vauquelin, but no, it's not. It's not Vauquelin. Sprint teams, guys. Here we go. Downhill finish. Again, I said Merlier should have won yesterday. I think he finished 11th, so he'll be out for redemption today. And if he's there still, and I think they're all there. Yeah, complete peloton. All we have is one group out the back. Verstringer's joined them. Sylvain Dillier's joined them. There was 8 before. Wellens has joined them too. So these dudes will all ride in together. That group will get bigger as we approach the finish. Lidl Trek dudes, they're out for stage 1 here. They're making it really hard for Mads Pedersen can maybe go on a bit of a long range sprint attack here. Dave, I got your picture of the Aki fruit. I'm going to look in a second. You're going to keep rolling here. Oh, Aki and saltfish. Okay, so Aki must be the fruit and saltfish cod Jamaican national dish. Dude, yeah, in September, we have the Tour of Luxembourg. Eddie did that one last year. Tour of Hainan, I did not do. I think I did a little bit of Croatia. Had some brutal climbs, I remember that. Tour of Langkawi this year. I think we have that on Flow Bikes. I believe so, maybe. Kim, thank you. Obviously, there are many people who don't understand or care that poaching is illegal, including stream data not paid for. Okay, there we go. Yeah, dudes, like I can't show the video ever. Never gonna show you the video. Dudes, I take pride in the fact that sometimes on the free days, this channel that you guys are part of, will get more streams, more views than Flow Bikes, who's showing the video for free. It's happened numerous times in the last 2 years. Happened once this year already. I think the free stream got 26,000 views and I had like 42,000. And I can't even show you the video. I guess people like the interaction. Or 77-year-old men. Casper Askren on the front. We've seen him attack already today. Casper's trying to go with 15 kilometers left in the race. Casper's there with an XDS Astana rider. Caja Ruel trying to bridge across right now. Alpecin is coming as well. Vashik's in the move. Dudes, really strung out. This is a rapido here, guys. Very rapid. Dudes, oh man, I'm behind. Way behind. Dietrich, yeah, what's going on with all the punctures today? Especially Ghana in the final. Gonna catch up. Dude, I like this. D-Trek. I guess Trek's tactics is to make the sprinters team to chase, get tired. Pedersen finishes on an 800-meter sprint. Dude, that would be my guess. He's a long-range sprinter. Maybe not. And Pedersen's going, guys. Pedersen pushing here. Dude, it's amazing watching Pedersen just looks effortlessly pedaling. The Total Energy Riders behind him, gritting his teeth, smashing himself, trying to jump on his wheel. Pedersen backs it off a little bit. And we're going to see what this is here. Movistar, Ineos on the front, Pedersen lurking. Two Caja Rural riders here, including Fernando Gaviria. Patty Dunn. I'm glad you asked, Colin. Squat, 150 kgs, guys. That's 330 pounds. 180 bench. Dude, nice. Yeah, I race ultras mostly on mixed terrain, gravel. I managed to finish 5th overall in a race in June. Best result for dude. Nice job, Patty. Dude, killing it, dude. I got to do more weights. I really do. I've noticed it. I have to do more weights. Guys, I started road riding outside again this year, like lots. Not this last week. My triceps were killing me. My skinny little cycling arms, my triceps were like, I don't like this. Because you actually have to steer. Inside, you forget, you don't really have to do anything. You're just kind of holding on lightly. You can sit up, check your music. Someone's saying that was Quinn Simmons' dad. Yeah, right here, Aaron. Simmons clap, one of the best moments of the Tour de France so far, and that was his dad, apparently. Dude, yeah, he had a beard. Dude, so cool. So cool. Simmons with Ciclismo. Yes, dude. Oh, dude, Flock Levis. 50 kgs of salmon is awarded to the stage winners in the Arctic race of Norway. Yeah, dude, Tour of Denmark's coming up. Tour of Luxembourg. Dude, I did both. I did the Denmark race last year. That was Mads Pedersen virtually every stage. Tour Luxembourg. McNulty? I don't even remember. I honestly don't remember. That was a really good race, too. I loved Burgos last year. David P. Colin, can you show the 3D flyover review of the race? Dude, I think you're talking about this one. Dude, let me just jump out again. Okay. Dude, it's saying they're all together. Is this correct? 10.9 to go, it's saying here. I got flow bikes at 11 point whatever. Dude, let me have a good look here. I'm going to close that again. I don't like that right now. Dudes, you can see there's winds. There is freaking winds kicking in, dudes. 21 kilometers an hour over their right shoulder. Yeah, it is all together, dudes. That little group up front is just being brought back now. Dude, what is this showing me? Dude, I love this. Here we are, guys. 174 riders. We got 10.5 Ks to go, apparently. I am live there. David, I think this is what you're asking for. David from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And an attack by EF again. Is this Casper Askren again here? Gonna see right. Huge attack. Lidl Trek going. Uno X going, guys. Nope, that's Lidl Trek again. I think that's Tom Scoins. Alpes, Sudal coming. Total Energies, dudes. The peloton's all over us. They know this is danger zone here, guys. Highway to the danger zone. That one, yeah, you know. Gadoosh. Yeah, totally. Asgren attack. There we go, boys. Rail saying the difference to flow bikes and the likes is that Colin is very active with the chat, and in downtime there's at least something happening and not random, aimless rambles, unless it's data centers. Dude, exactly. Data centers, tripe. What else, dude? Gargamel. Dude, there's no one else talking about Gargamel. There's no one. Okay, I like to pride myself on that. Talker of 80s cartoons. J. Ron's asking, who do you think would... Dude, it just depends how it goes out. This could be a long-range attack. Could be a Merle or Power Wagon sprint. It's hard to say. Dude, if it's sprint, I'm going with Merlier every time right now. I think he's the fastest man alive right now. Yesterday, he had terrible positioning at the finish. Long range attack could be a Pedersen, like a long range sprint. Jasper's not a long range attacker. A guy like Matthew Vanderpool could go on a long sprint. Vought's not here, but he would go on a long range sprint attack. We saw, who was it? Alex Segart, a time trial kind of rider, go from a long way out. A Ganna could do that. I don't even know if Ganna's back in the pack yet. It says he is. He had a flat. Um, Dude, Aaron, I hope we will get an upset win like Fretton, but probably earlier. Dude, yeah, like I said, Fretton would be fantastic on my fantasy league. Fernando Gaviria, I would love to see him win. Maybe a Pascal Ackerman, maybe a Ballerini, like just someone else. Spread the love around the Tour de France guys. Anthony Turgis for Total Energies, just like no chance, but you never know. Dude, I love the helicopter shots. I'm seeing all like the straw flying up from the fields as the helicopters are hovering here. XDS rolls to the front right now. 52K now. We got 8.6Ks to go, guys. I think this so. I hope this is the shot that David wanted. Here, I like this. Yeah, Picnic will be working for Pavel Bittner. So the attack was by the EF Education Rider was Max Walker here, the guy from Douglas in Great Britain. This guy's from the Isle of Man, dudes. I remember that. Isle of Man. Douglas, the metropolitan center of the Isle of Man. I don't even know. Just made that up. What are the best weights for cyclists? Triceps, quads, calves. Dude, I got no problems with the quads. I got no problem with the calves. I am like a bigger leg cyclist. Probably my best feature. Absolutely. I'm not going to tell you my best feature. Second best feature. Okay. So there. But dude, yeah, I need serious work on the triceps. So, and dudes, I forget about it and I get busy but I got to make a concerted effort for the triceps because dude, riding outside was killing me. Like I was aching. But dude, that's a good feeling. I love being in pain. I love working hard and just being obliterated at night where I'm just so fatigued. I have to sleep. That gets me ready for the next day. Oh. Okay, so we did that for a bit. So, dude, now if I go back, see what happens is when you don't go back, see it says Cien La Haute here. I bet you right now they're up in Courteline. I'm gonna close. I'm gonna just jump right back in, and we lost it all. Okay, dude. So we got to avoid that for a little bit. I lost it, dudes. So they've got something funny going on there. 8 kilometers to go, guys. We're gonna see XDS. We're gonna see Soudal. We're gonna see NSN. Pavel Pittner's team. Picnic. Dude, there's guys racing with their heads like that. We're 8 kilometers out, flicking as hard as they can. These guys have no chance. They're just killing themselves here. Astana, 4 riders strong on the front. Pedersen's waving to someone here. Like he's waving in the air. Like, road furniture coming up. So Pedersen, the green jersey leader, signaling to the rest of his team, dude, we got traffic furniture coming. Medians, dudes doing Sagans on the medians. You know, that concrete median, 6 inches high, hit that, full speed, you're down. I'm going to try to jump back into that view again. Johnny's saying 4Ks before the finish, there's a weird curve. Dude, I'm going to see if I can see that. Please give it to me. There we go. 4Ks to the finish, there's a weird curve. Is it? Yeah, 5.8K to go, 5.8K to go here, dudes. We're happening. So maybe that was tracking good there. Daniel Kaufman here saying there's a hard corner coming up. Dude, look at this one here. There's a hard 90 here on the Route du Bouxy. Hard right, and then a full 180-degree corner. Ooh, dude, you know there's crashes there. You know there's crashes there. Yeah, sit. Kind of reminds me of yesterday, this long, sweeping right-hand bend in the river here. Makes me wonder, am I looking at the wrong thing? But I'm not. NSN on the front. I can see Binion from here. More XDS Astana guys trying to get to the front, keeping the pace high, winding it up for Max Cantor. Okay. Keep watching that, guys. Imagine if Johnny Milan was here. Yeah, I think he's the only dude that can keep right up directly with Tim earlier. I think they're like same top speeds. Rolling in now, guys. 4.7Ks to go. We're going to go through a roundabout briefly. We're going to go under a highway system. I'm going to watch this close here on Flow Bikes. I'm going to try to figure out the delay in my head so I can talk about what I'm seeing. Yeah, it looks pretty close. Yeah, dude, we're going under that highway now. Dude, it's like spot on what I'm seeing here as to here. So maybe this is the way for me to cover it. Some of the other stuff kind of shows you the finish before it happens. We take a hard right sweeper. Completely strung out here. 80K an hour here. Dude, dude, 80K an hour? Not even riding that fast. Rolling again. Rolling forward, guys. Yeah, Benny needs a day, guys. Benny needs a day. He needs a win today to keep up with Mads in that green jersey competition. Bicycle Monkey, I'm finding hip strengthening is very important. Lynn. Lynn, you're saying the 3D aerial view is the best. Dude, completely. And Lynn, I can move it around too. Like I can give you a little one of those. I can go up and down. And this is what I've always wanted in a tracker. This is what I want. And the fact, dude, Tour Tracker, send me a bill. I'm serious. Send me a bill. I'm paying for this. Dudes, I love the fact that they're highlighting Fernando Gaviria. I love that. Dude, I think I got 20 bucks in my pocket right now. I will pay 20 bucks for Fernando Gaviria to get the win today. Just for him to taste the glory again. Dude, you know, at one point, very formidable dude, Fernando Gaviria. Very formidable. And now, you know, aging, lesser team. Love to see him win again. Dude, see? No bias. No bias. Just for him to taste it one more time. Or yeah, Gonzo Johnny. I would love a Pavel Bittner win too. Yeah. Picnic Pasanel haven't done much, if anything. But would love to see Bittner win. A lesser fast dude that doesn't really have the same train. One XDS Astana rider keeping it super fast at the front, guys. 2.6 kilometers to go here. We've taken that left-hander. Dude, there's a really nasty, almost 180 turn coming up here. Trying to see how it correlates here to what I'm seeing on the screen. I think we're slightly delayed here. I think. Just trying to figure this out. Here it is here. Yep, this is it. Safe, safe, safe. Really scrubbed off a lot of speed there. I think guys will be jumping on the jets right after that corner. Road narrowed down to one lane briefly. Now stretches open to two. Vashik on the front here. Benny, well, cheering for Benny. At least we're not getting completely blown up today by Benny supporters. That's okay. So they're probably watching somewhere else today on another illegal stream. Thank you. Not illegal. Who do you think will win today? Dude, I know you want Benny to win. I know you do. This is Mujid Muhammad. Cheering for Benny, I believe. Dude, I'd love to see a lesser sprinter win today. I really like to see that. 1.6, guys. It's definitely going to be a sprint. We're not going to have any last-second breaks here, any heroics like a big TT guy. It's too close now. Speed is so high here. Dudes, I'm going to pan my little mappy poo over here. We'll be finishing outside of the Espace des Arts des Maisons et Sports. NSN driving, guys. Yeah, NSN driving the front right now. Binyam has got one rider left of him here. Ooh, Alpecin comes up hard. Hurry hard on the left-hand side of the screen. 1 kilometer to go. 4 Alpecin riders rolling. Mads Pedersen, way out of speed here, is going to have to accelerate quickly. Finds himself in about 10th place. Jasper in 4th right now. Dudes, I'm seeing big Soudal riders. 2 big Soudal riders. Kofodi's coming up the right-hand side. That's got to be Milan Frenton right there. He's squeezing his way in onto the Alpecin wheel. Dudes, but there's 2 Soudal riders here. Lighting it up right now. 1 Soudal rider left out front. Launches it. It is not Tim Merlier yet. Oh, crash. Oh, crap, man. Dude, 2 riders, 3 riders down, 4 riders down. I think Gaviria went down first. Okay, dudes, I got to watch the sprint. Kofodi's out front in the sprint. I'm not sure if that's even... Pedersen coming too. Here comes Tim Merlier. Tim Merlier coming right down the middle. It does climb. Gurmai way on the far left. Merlier. Dude. Come on, dude. Gurmai very closer, guys. Dude, that... I think Olav Koy was involved. Jasper Philipson's right there. The entire peloton shut down. Ooh. Yeah, and my dude Gaviria, I think he went down first. I saw him rolling. I saw the beautiful facial hair, just like the beautiful bronze legs of yesteryear. Dudes, we're inside 3K, whatever they're going to use for the rule here today. Everyone's going to get the same time. Hopefully, no one's injured. Gaviria still sitting. Yep, 3. He holds up up to the camera. 3. Let's have a look here, guys. Yeah, bro. Ooh, Gaviria is thrashed. His whole left side, uh, bib shorts ripped open, side of his jersey ripped open. Wow. Yeah, Benny's fast, but he doesn't have that top speed. He's more of a smart sprinter. Dude, that was crazy. Oh man. So I'm looking for a replay here now, guys. Looking for a replay. And yeah, dude, earlier for sure. Yeah, Gaviria crashed. Yeah, watching the replay here, guys. Dude, there's some speed bumps. Crossings right here. I'm just glued on Gaviria how he went down. Dude, he clipped the back wheel of a Bahrain Victorious rider, took down Varen Skull got taken down by Gaviria. Looks like Olav. Ooh, and then 2 or 3 riders go on behind. Olav Koi just avoided the crash from above now. Here it is. Gaviria clips the bottom Victorious rider, falls on the left, dominoes into Varen Skull. Varen Skull takes down an Ineos rider, takes down a Kofidis rider, takes down a Lotto Intermarché rider, 2 Lotto Intermarché riders. Dude, just dominoes. Wow, dude. Just a simple touch of wheels. There it is again. And then they just plugged up the road. Everyone behind signaling, nope, 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 nope. Couple of riders managed to sneak through. Varenskold up right away. So Varenskold bounced up. Dude, I think we're live again now. Ineos rider just walk away. Vauquelin waiting for him. 88 and show me his number. I think his numbers are gone. Yeah, numbers torn right off his back. Dorian Godon. Dorian Godon. Dorian Godon. Is he a ginger? I think he is. Ooh, yeah, they're escorting Soren across the finish line. Ooh, he looks pretty rashed up, dudes. Pretty rashed up. Sprint finish again here, guys. So this is after the crash. Germay looking really good over on the left-hand side. Merlier right through the middle. It's Merlier. Dude, Coy, Germay, that's my guess. Merlier, Coy, Germay, Philipsen. Fretton would be 5th, I believe. Let's see. Dude, okay, I mixed it up. It's Tim Merlier first, Olav Coy second. I had that. Philipsen got 3rd, Germay 4th. Fretton, yes, gets 5th. Dude, keep watching that guy. Like, dude, he's one of the fastest dudes out there riding for Cofidis. Anthony Turgis, I said I'd love it if he won. 6th place. Fast dude. Max Cantor, 7th. Clement Rousseau, we saw him in the sprints yesterday for Groupama FTJ. Another name you don't really pay that much attention to. Mads Pedersen, 9th. Hubarts for Lotto Intermarché gets 10th place. Wow. Let's see the points. They haven't updated them, guys. Yes, they have. Tim Merlier picks up 84 points today, guys. 14 at the intermediate, 70 at the finish. For some reason, they're saying Mads only gets 20. He got 20 at the intermediate. He should have more because Mads finished 9th place. There's points for 9th place. Gaviria holding aside. Dude, I love this. Teammate pushing him, and there's a rider from Picnic Postel. Who's this guy? So it's Gaviria riding hurt. His teammate with his hand on his back pushing him. Some random dude from Picnic Postel pushing Fernando's teammate to help him get. Dude, I love that. Cycling, that's what it's all about, guys. Yeah, Hubarts, another great top 10 sprint. Yeah, Gaviria, dudes, I'm not sure about Gaviria tomorrow. I'm a little bit worried about Soren Varenskold too. Aaron said that's a collarbone injury. Yeah, when they hold themselves close like that. Yeah, dudes, check out the highlights later today. Worthwhile watching this. Tim really goes over to his lovely wife and his little kitty here. Love it. Kids probably like, hey, Dad, what's going on, man? Dude, I love kids. He's decked out in a little Soudal jersey, Soudal hat. Big hugs, looks like from team management here. Dude, this guy's fast. CX rider, bros. Okay. Who's this here? Two Lauder riders coming in, same thing. Teammate pushing the other one. Guy keeping his arm tucked in really close to his ribs. Those are the injuries. Yeah, those are scary. Those are scary. Turgis doing the UCI point. Yeah, Anthony Turgis, great rider too, man. I love that guy. Almas, yeah, bad crash for sure. Johnny saying that's the 29th second place for Coy. Yeah, Coy is future superstar sprinter. Who's this dude? Rodrigo Garcia Dejalon. This is not live, nor is the race working. You watch, dude. I'm watching it live right now. Tim Rillier in the media booth with his son. Give his cover. Dude, Tim came out of nowhere there. This dude knows how to thread the needle. Dude, it's kind of like you watch it and then I'm like, oh, whoa, there he is. Straight down the pipe. Dude, all I can see is Tim Rillier is in the pipe 5x5, man. He's locked in. He is red 5, stay on target. Holy crap. Holy crap, dudes. Okay, Rail Saint 2, yeah, but I'm shocked how good of a sprinter Turgis is. Always found him as a French local hilly circuit merchant. Yeah, dude, watching him last year, where is he now? Turgis sits 8th in the points. Dude, that's really decent. Dude, considering he's ahead of Milan Frenton, who I consider to be like almost there. Almost there. Fretton gets 5th place today. Dudes, I am so hungry right now. I gotta get some food. Dying. Dudes, what a great day. What a great day at the Tour de France. Stage 13, guys. I'm gonna do this quick. Gonna do this quick, dudes. I gotta start my day. I gotta get working here. I gotta get a fridge. So tomorrow, hills, dude. Only 2,300 meters of climbing, but it's all at the back end. Couple of climbs there, couple of categorized climbs. Excuse me. Tomorrow's race starts at 5:20 a.m. for me, dude. So I will get the stage set up sometime today. Dudes, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Had a great time today. Craig, thank you so much. Says great stream today. Dudes, I got to jump. I got lots to do. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining me, being part of the Inside Cycling World crew. This is Colin. I'm out. See ya.